This is on YouTube, so
Oh, we're
P's and
live
Q's.
YouTube. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you for telling me because I'm on iPad. I can't see that right now because of the weather we're having down here. It's been raining.
That's
It's been raining
fine.
every day.
Well, it's that time of the month to do the Patreon live on YouTube. So
Oh,
that,
absolutely,
people can get
absolutely.
get
The
a
comments.
Look. Oh yeah, always gonna get some comments. So I had a blast today. Did a couple videos. Ain't posted it. They'll be posted tomorrow.
I was gonna
Including
say, I
the
didn't
one
see anything
interview
from
with
you.
Isaiah McKenzie.
Okay.
Awesome.
So
Very nice. Very nice.
How'd
right,
that go?
it went really well, actually.
He seems like a nice guy to talk to. I saw an interview with him a while back. He seemed like a nice guy to talk to.
Yeah, I went to that interview actually inside the
Did
horseshoe.
you? Yeah.
You told me about it,
Yeah.
and I went and checked it out. So, I used that to make sure I didn't, re-ask questions.
Repeat questions. Yes.
Right.
That's. Hey, I would have done that too, Lawrence. I would have done that too. Yes. You want to ask
Smart
different
man.
questions. That's a smart man.
Yep. Got some interesting feedback. He does have a nickname that is
You
not
got to keep it on the
flattering.
DL. You got to keep that on the DL right now.
Yeah,
You haven't released the video yet. You haven't released the
Yeah,
video yet.
yeah. I got.
If you, I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
The new kickoff rule because he's a special teamer.
Oh, he's a special teamer. All right.
Oh, that's
Very
right,
good.
man.
I love guys who play positions that are special teamers too. Yep.
Got his thoughts on him fighting Isaiah McKenzie, fighting with Josh for starting reps at the slot. Got quite a few stuff in there. Actually, I was pretty happy with the interview that I had with him.
We got somebody joining us here.
Yeah, Daniel. What's up, Daniel? Appreciate you coming in. You may occasionally see me eating. I have a fresh bowl of chili sitting here, and I haven't gotten a chance to eat yet. So, but it was interesting. Did anyone? Okay, so Tom, did you see the Frank Steichen? Wow, that's impressive.
No, and I hope I don't see that one either.
Okay.
See that one. I saw the Shane Steichen interview.
I haven't been covering the Colts forever.
I did see the Shane Steichen media session today.
Yep. So,
and I won't give away Isaiah's nickname because he said that on that previous interview.
Right.
I won't say it.
I dove into it.
I have not seen it. So
I asked him how he got it, that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah, that wasn't brought up. But.
You could tell me after the live cast.
There we go.
So, Shane. Sorry, guys. I am still in that general.
Well, as long as you're not, if you don't say Tony or if you're going way back,
you got to put the chili powder on the chili. You got to get that.
Might need to get me tested for Alzheimer's. No, Shane was asked about the kickoff rule himself, and he was like, "Well, I mean, it's everybody's got to live with it. It's for everybody. It's not affecting just one team or another."
Right.
But at the same time, the Colts were one of the teams that got flipped. So, with Irsay, because Irsay's really good friends with Goodell,
right.
So that's another thing. Did you hear about the NFL owners are prepared to extend Goodell through 2027?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And then he's gone. And then they might look at doing it completely different.
So you think this is his last? You think this is his last kind of after 27? They're going to look for new.
Yeah, I don't think you could. I think it's kind of like being the president. You're only allowed so many terms.
Right. No. I agree with you. No. Seriously, because I remember what's his name was there for only a certain amount of time. They like fresh blood after a certain decent amount of time. they want to bring someone else up.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
So I got a great question in here by Donald Shelton. Appreciate the question, my guy. We're going to get right into this right away. Says, will the Colts give Taylor Pittman extensions? If only one, who would get it? Now, I do want to pitch in Michael Pittman Jr. A lot of questions have been come up about him missing the OTAs, thinking that he was holding out.
No.
That was not the case. That was not the case. The man was having a baby.
Well, his wife was having a baby.
That's fair.
Well,
that's
I mean,
fair.
he was too. You know,
well, he was involved in the process.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way. He's involved in the process. We all know that.
Was not having
we all know every guy that's a father likes to be involved in the process. We don't like to be drinking, as my father said, or his father, drinking alcohol in the waiting room, as back in the daytime. Back in the day when they wouldn't let him back in.
That's right. You handing out cigars in the lobby.
Handing out cigars, smoking in the hospital, drinking alcohol.
When Ken Steichen was asked about that, and he said that he was having a baby, he said that's a pretty good excuse.
Yeah.
That's
a very good excuse.
That's not a bad excuse right there.
Yeah.
But going back to the question about Taylor Pittman extensions, I am going to assume, and here's the deal. Okay, so Michael Pittman Jr. has went out and got a new agent.
Okay,
no, that was JT.
Both of them did.
Both of them did.
I heard that JT did. I didn't hear Michael.
Yeah,
Pittman did.
Michael Pittman Jr. changed his agent to Jonathan Taylor's new agent,
who is Shaq Leonard's
I
agent.
didn't look deep into it, but they now have the exact same agent.
Well, and the guy that JT has is Shaq's agent.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So it looks like we're going to have a player agent that's going to be just Indianapolis Colts anonymous. I mean, when Shaquille Leonard went out and got basically a $20 million a year contract, as an off-ball linebacker, it's time to go talk to, hey, can you share some of that agent there, that agent work right there, my guy?
Right.
But still, though, you think about it, he was worth every penny of it. I mean, yeah, it wasn't. We didn't foresee he was going to get, wasn't healthy last year, but he was worth it. He was worth every penny of it. Still
now, the thing is one of them, I expect at least one will probably get extended this year, and it'll be the one that caves first. Whoever is not going to say, I want top dollar. Michael Pittman Jr. right now has not played to the point, and he's played his butt off, don't get me wrong. Jonathan
No, he's not. It's not that he's not good, but he hasn't played to the top of his potential. No, not potential, but he hasn't played elite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So I don't see a $20+ million a year contract in Michael
absolutely
Pittman
not.
Jr.'s future.
Yeah,
right. However, I could see anywhere between 12 and 15 million.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. 12 for him would not be 11 to 12. Maybe even you might be able to ask for 10 right off the bat and see if he takes it, and then, negotiate with him.
I do see
giving some incentives.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Have some incentives. I mean, he has led the team in receptions and yardage, for a couple years now.
Throw out a 10 and give him some incentives to work him up to 12.
Jonathan Taylor, of course, led the NFL in rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, scrimmage yards, overall touchdowns just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then last year there was the issue between him getting injured with his ankle injury plus the offensive line issues. He's going to be saying, when everything's clicking, I'm the best in the league.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's going to say that. And there's going to be push for him getting 15, 16 million a year.
And he can legitimately say that.
Yes.
Correct.
He's proven it. He's proven
absolutely.
It.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
And here's the other thing about JT. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I heard this. One of the insiders of the Colts, one of the guys that's inside the building, Said the thing with JT though that really makes him believe that JT will be the first one to get the extension is because everybody in that building likes JT. Everybody is pulling for him to do it. They're not going to get rid of JT. They're not going to let him go.
I just don't think that it's going to be a $15 million a year contract. I think it's going to be somewhere in the range of 12 to 13.
I do too, and I don't think JT is one of those type of people that will throw a fit and sit out because of that. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
No,
no, he's not that he's not that diva. He's not.
Now, Michael can be a little bit of a diva.
Yes, he can.
He definitely can. He can get his feelings hurt on the field. That's that's something I need to talk to him about whenever I get an interview with him, because he gets in a lot of fights on the field, right? Yes. He does not like getting pushed around. He doesn't like getting talked bad about. He will defend his turf, and to his credit, he will defend his teammates.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all.
And he'll go after people. I mean, it is what it is. So the thing is, I like Michael Pittman Jr. I like his attitude. I like that he's an aggressive receiver, very aggressive receiver. He doesn't wait for the ball. He goes after it and he attacks it. We've seen that multiple times. He'll run through people. He has high pride in his run blocking, which is something you like to see as well. But you're right. Jonathan Taylor he's not just the guy that's well-liked in the building.
Right.
He's well-liked league-wide.
I agree.
Are not going to give him.
Would you say that Jonathan JT is the face of the franchise right now?
I think it's
I don't know if
him, Leonard, and
Leonard.
Buckner.
Yeah, I'm with you, Lawrence. I think it's a couple of guys now,
and Quentin Nelson.
But he's one of them. He is one of those guys.
Yeah, he's one of them. Yes.
When you hear his name, you think of the Colts. I mean,
Oh, simple. Absolutely.
But yeah, if we don't get something accomplished, I get that there's a franchise tag next year that's $10.5 million. I understand that. No player wants to play under a franchise tag because there is no long-term guarantee. Right?
They get hurt.
Right. Actually, I've heard that players want to get rid of the tag.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think, for the fact that because now we have AR on a rookie contract for the next 4 or 5 years, does that open up the pocketbook a little bit on our end for them to sign JT and Pittman both?
Maybe, but they need to have that money right now. And now, granted, they have some money right now. They got like $20 million after they get all the rookies signed up. So they'll have a little bit of extra money to be like, throw it in there as a signing bonus.
Right.
But yeah, I think it is possible. I agree that I think the Jonathan Taylor contract is first and foremost on the list. Mm-hmm. He is a top 3 player in the league at his position, and
he fits the Steichen
guys like that.
He fits the Steichen model with the running quarterback, the running back to keep the run game going, and then once you get that run game going, you go to the pass. That's how the Eagles did it, and I think you have to have JT to do that.
Absolutely. Brandon Smith. I almost said Braden.
Yeah,
boy, your name is so close.
Yeah.
He says, can you all say happy birthday to my son, Brandon Jr.? He's turning 11. 11.
Brandon
Jr. Happy birthday, Brandon Jr.
I remember those young ages. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man.
Happy birthday, brother.
I had a blast when I was 11 years old.
Yeah, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, those were the years, brother.
Hope you get what you want for your birthday.
Yes, sir.
And put pressure on Brandon Smith. to give him whatever.
Tell your dad to shoot for the moon.
You got to treat your boy like he is Jonathan Taylor. Just give him the blank check.
Yeah, give him a 5-year contract. Brother. Give him a 5-year contract.
Ask for a signing bonus.
That's right. You should get a signing bonus.
That's a good one, Matt. That's a good one. Yeah, no 11-year-old wants to play on the franchise tag.
Brandon Ace has a good question. What type of impact do you think Josh Downs is going to make on this offense? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
That is a good question because he is a very different receiver than Isaiah McKenzie, right? McKenzie is very fast, downfield threat guy. Right. Isaiah talked about Josh Downs in my interview today that will be out tomorrow. I think he's going to be that third and short receiver.
Is he the slot
guy that you're going to have out there? You're going to want someone to find a way of getting open quick, to get.
He's your slot, right?
Down. Yeah.
Yeah. He's your slot. Yeah. You got to have a good slot, man. I always say you need a good route runner for that position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think a lot
good
of
hands.
If Josh Downs has a good rapport with Anthony Richardson and they work well together, I think that'll be huge too because they're both coming in as rookies.
Yeah, that is always huge. We all saw Andrew Luck and T.Y. Hilton, right?
Yeah. Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison.
Bam.
Yep.
Even though Andrew Luck had Reggie Wayne, as that guy to lean on, him and T.Y. got that connection early.
Absolutely.
And now Anthony Richardson still has Reggie Wayne. I mean,
yeah, right.
Yeah. Reggie's not going anywhere.
Got him there.
Reggie's not going anywhere. Well, I heard about what Josh Downs is. Yeah, he might not be as fast as McKenzie, but they say that he's always open. He always finds a way to get open.
Yep.
The way he runs his routes, he can always get open.
That's
and he's
good.
a separator.
And that's what you want from a slot guy. You want a guy who's able to read the defense, find an open spot on the field, and get open quick.
Well, they compared him to, Matt will appreciate this, they compared him to the little slot receivers that used to come out of New England every year. Edelman, and who else? Name them. Come on, Matt.
Welker didn't come out of New England. Welker came out of Miami, but
he played for New England.
He played
for New England.
Was there. Mm-hmm. Who else? I mean, it seemed like every year there
we had an Indianapolis Colts slot receiver go there too. Did Stokely play there for a while? No,
in New England.
No, he went to Denver.
He went to Denver.
He went to
we
Denver.
We had a Colts guy that went over to Indy to New England for a little while. Wasn't like Reggie Wayne. That hurt. That hurt some feelings here in Indiana. I'll tell you that. But a lot of people. Let's keep going. We got more stuff in here to talk about. Daniel brings up Grover Stewart, says his contract's up after this season. $9.5 million comes off the books. If they don't re-sign him, I fully expect Grover Stewart to get re-signed.
Yeah, I do too. I hope so.
Buckner will be pushing for it. I'll almost guarantee it. It depends on how that rookie does.
Mm-hmm.
The rookie that we got that I can't pronounce his name.
Adiati. That's it, just Adiati.
Oh, I know.
We'll see how that works out. He's not as big as Grove. Even after Grove lost weight to get quicker, he's still not as big as Grove. But I would expect that the Colts are still very interested in keeping Grover Stewart, especially after how much he exploded onto the scene last year.
Well, I think Grover and Buckner both put on about 30 pounds if you watch that schedule release show that they did when they ate the schedule. Did you see that on Colts.com when they ate the schedule?
Yeah. Austin Collie. That's the guy that went to the Patriots.
Austin Collie. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Austin Collie. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
He was a Colt guy. Thank you.
Thank you, ATV.
ATV 45.
Mm-hmm.
I knew there was a guy.
There was a guy, yes.
I just couldn't remember his name.
Good receiver.
Yes.
Mr. Concussion, though. That's the problem.
Well, he did have a few.
Collie had some concussions, but Gonzalez had more.
That's it. Gonzalez. That's who I was thinking of.
Gonzalez, yeah.
Anthony Gonzalez concussioned out of the league.
Yep. Yeah.
And then became a senator or representative in Ohio, I think it is.
Yeah, he's a senator.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Brandon did have another question that, yes, I definitely gotta. Are there any big concerns about your secondary? Yeah. That is the biggest concern on this team as of right now. That and right guard. So that's a little bit of a worry spot.
Because Gillylock's gone, right?
Gillylock is gone.
He's in Dallas.
Yeah. And we literally have a rookie starting, and then a rookie as a backup. So
okay, that's the reason. Yeah, you got to bring him in right away. Yeah.
Now our backup rookie, if I remember correctly,
what rounds did you get those rookies in
today in practice?
Did what?
I believe not. Which pick was that? Hold on.
Are you talking Freeland or the big?
No, I'm talking about the two new rookies. I didn't because I wasn't keeping track of everybody. I was more focused on what everybody else was doing, what my team was doing. There's so many names going by. You're watching the draft, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
You understand?
Jalen Jones, I think it was.
Jalen Jones.
Was it Jalen Jones that had the pick 6 today?
I don't know. I didn't hear.
No, it was Darius Rush. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Darius Rush had the pick 6 today against.
That's nice.
Against now, granted, it was our third quarterback.
Okay.
Sam.
Yep, it was against Ellinger.
It's good that it's the third. It's the third quarterback.
Did you hear that Kylan had a big day today? Granson?
Here's the deal. People seem to be surprised. I have been pushing his name all like the second half of the season last year and this whole off season. Kylan's our best tight end.
Yeah, he is.
When his last 2 months that he played before his injury got him out of the league or got him out from last year, he was the best tight end by a long shot on our team. Receiving, route running, blocking, everything. He was the best at all of it. Does it surprise me that he had a really good day with the other guys like Jelani Woods and them out?
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't surprise me. I'm glad he did, because if he didn't have a big day, then there was going to be questions.
Well,
on my end,
the big play was that Richardson and him connected for like a 65-yard touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Nice bomb down the middle. Boom.
Absolutely.
So it's good to hear.
Absolutely. So what's going on in the world of the Patriots OTAs? Has that started and got up and going? Oh yeah. That wasn't a.
Oh, you mean the NFL guy who was in? You mean the NFL guy who was in the Patriots thing and saw that we had a meeting on the board and on the board. I think someone probably put it on there. I have no clue. And then docked us to OTAs. Or maybe it was 3. I can't remember because I heard 2 different ones. I heard
one and then one next week. Right.
Okay, so what? Yeah, okay. I heard on a different podcast it was 3. So it's probably because it was just a different podcast. Yeah, it's 2 or 3. So Yeah, it was just it's just the guy. I think it was someone just making some. I mean, come on, just erase it and go on. You know what I'm saying? It was just it's mandatory on this schedule. It's mandatory on this schedule. It's a thing. I mean, it's like, come on, man.
I didn't mean to bring up a sore spot.
No. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I think someone wrote it on the wrong schedule, is my opinion.
Do you think Bill is really concerned about missing 2 OTA
days? Not really.
No.
Actually, the players are probably like.
The players probably did it.
I mean, it's not like you have a rookie quarterback to have to learn, the playbook and the plays and stuff during OTAs before he goes into training camp,
Right.
The only thing is probably the rookies. The rookies could probably use the practice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or that are coming in, but that's about it. But what they said is they'll make up the practices during the they said that Bill will make up the practices during the mid break. When they come in, they'll just put 2 more practices in.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you got single cut. I mean, so many rules have changed this year for the NFL.
It is. And they're putting some new things. I can't keep up. I have to really go in because I saw one thing that you put in about the rule changes, and I already forgot about them when you mentioned the new rules for the thing, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. They put the new rules in, and I'm like, I have to
bless you.
I have to rule these new rules, and I'm like, because there's always rule changes every year. We all know that. And all of a sudden you see this thing, it's like, whoa, what did you just do? No, that's
you missed quite a bit the first 25 minutes, but that's all right because you can always go back and rewatch it. There's so many rule changes. It's confusing.
Yeah. It is. It gets that way. I'm surprised they haven't decided to change the reception rule this year.
They only did that every year for like 12 straight years.
I know. I remember that. Oh, I totally remember that. I wish they would just go back to the old reception rule. I really would. 2 down, catch the ball, 2 feet down, and you're good. I wish they would just do that. It would bring things back to where it was so easy.
Well, I mean, now you got. Oh my goodness, so many players have spoken out on this. If you fair catch on a kickoff inside the 25-yard line, anywhere from the end zone all the way up to the 25-yard line, the ball is spotted at the 25-yard line.
Yep. Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes. That's why players are pissed. All right, coaches, special teams coaches, crazy mad.
That's not right.
You can legitimately fair catch the ball at the 1-yard line,
and it moves to the 25.
And it moves to the 25.
Yeah, that's not a fair rule. That's not a fair rule at all. Because that takes the element of the game away.
It takes the competitiveness. It takes away. Really. Yeah. I mean, I've said this multiple times. The biggest thing about special teams is being able to either A, flip the field, or B, pin an offense back against their own goal line. Right? That is what a special teams is there for. And without those 2 elements, there's no point in even having a special team.
Yeah. Here it is. What's the point of having a gunner now if all he has to do is just go like this, catch the ball, and he's up at the 25 if he's back at the 1?
That's what Ashton was saying in his media.
So now what the punters are going to do? They're just going to punt it out of bounds.
Well, those are kickers. There is no rule on the punter yet.
Oh, there's no rule on the punter? Okay, it's only kickers? Yeah, so he can't punt out of bounds.
They're expecting that this rule will be somehow modified for punting next year.
And then you probably can't punt out of bounds. Yeah.
So here's the deal. I mean, my goodness. That's the thing about that is it is been the rule for college for a couple years now.
Oh, I haven't noticed it. Okay, if it probably has, I just haven't noticed it. I was been watching the game, talking with the guys, and I just haven't noticed it.
But this is not college. This is the NFL.
Not college. This is
I understand. I kind of understand with college. I can a little take that. Understand with college, because college, not everybody's playing for an NFL contract. Some of those guys have got to go to
Mark my words.
They're going pro in something else.
You're going to see a lot of pooch kicks. You're going to see a lot of squib kicks.
Yep.
You're going to see all sorts of things to try to nullify that.
Might as well just go onside. Hell, I mean, you're only losing freaking
20 yards,
15 yards. I mean, you might as well kick onsides every time.
You'll see some funny things from the special teams coaches.
Absolutely. Just ask Pat McAfee to come back and be like, look, you ain't got to punt. You ain't got to kick hard.
Let's put flags on their belt.
Is get your own damn kickoff every time.
Pat is not happy with this rule.
He's not.
He is not happy at all.
He is not. He's talking about this right here in the 6-3. Pat McAfee even says, what is this, Mickey Mouse flag football crap? He legitimately calls it Mickey Mouse, and he works for Disney.
Yeah, he does work for Disney now. That's right.
Yes, he does.
He works for Disney.
People talk about how his show was going to completely change now that he works for Disney and ESPN. And the only thing that has changed is he himself does not drop a lot of cuss words anymore. The other guys on his show, they do. I mean, have you seen?
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it since he left.
It was an F-bomb.
Yeah, I haven't watched it since. He's gone over ESPN. I haven't.
Absolutely. It hasn't started yet. It hasn't changed. It won't.
It hasn't changed yet.
No,
yeah,
it doesn't change until the fall. That's when it goes on ESPN.
Okay, well, when it goes on ESPN, we'll see what happens.
He said that they just told him he could, if he wants to say the F-bomb, he can say it. Just don't say it as many times as he does now. So
okay,
we'll see.
And he's been working on that hard.
Yeah.
This past week, he is. I have watched him.
It's not that it's not the language. It's not the language that I care about. It's him being able to bring people on and saying what they have to say. That's the big key about the show that I like. When he wants to bring certain people on, like even Aaron Rodgers, when Aaron Rodgers was talking about the V, and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that I liked watching. Or, the whole COVID toe thing came up. But it was all those different kind of controversial other things that he had on. Those are the shows that I like to watch of his. Those things that's the thing that I like watching about Pat McAfee. It's the people he has on and the stuff that he talks about. I care less about the cussing. It's not about that. I want the shows to be good content. That's what I want.
The thing about Pat is when he has guests on, I think his guests feel like they can come on there and be themselves, say what they want to say, and they don't have to worry about it.
Right? Exactly, and that's what that's where I want it. If he's still doing that on ESPN and they're not doing nothing about it, then I have no problem. I have no problem.
All right, we're gonna move on for real quick. A good question come up by Donald Shelton.
Sure.
He says, I wonder if Nick Cross is going to be ready to go this season.
He better.
I think he'll be ready to play. He won't be a starter.
Really?
Nope. I'm going to tell you right now who the two starting safeties are going to be.
Rodney Thomas and Julian Blackmon.
Yep. Rodney Thomas earned that starting position last year.
Yes, he did. He did.
And Julian Blackmon has shown multiple
You guys had good safeties last year. Starter. Yeah, you guys had a really good secondary last year.
Yep. So I agree with that.
I think he'll be a backup. He'll be ready to go. We'll see some of them, obviously. Gus Bradley loves using three safeties in a defense, on different defensive plays and schemes and stuff. So you will see Cross quite a bit.
Yeah, but he'll play more than he did last year.
Would he play? Could he play like a nickel? Is he that height?
They said that he could in training camp and preseason and stuff. But last year, Rodney Thomas broke out. Julian Blackmon was there.
Yeah.
Rodney McLeod was there. I mean, we were so deep at safety.
Yes.
Yeah. But I was just saying, could he play in a different like a safety role? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Rodney Thomas single-handedly got us the 4th pick overall by missing that interception in the Houston game. He literally got us the 4th pick. So,
and Rodney McLeod was like, it was there, and then it was. That was like it completely. I have no idea. I thought for sure that was pick, and it just went right through his hands. And I'm like, well, that interception pick 6 that you had sure as heck didn't get through your hands.
No.
You grabbed that sucker, took that baby to the house.
That's somebody I'm going to miss. I wish Rodney would have re-signed with us. I really do.
I mean, I understand him wanting to go to. Well, we got another visitor here. Let's see here. We got Doc. Doc, we are public on YouTube, so just FYI. But yeah, I mean, I understand him wanting to go to a competitive team this year because he's, nearing the end of his, career. Well, maybe not. He's in the twilight of that career. What I should say. He's on the back end of it. Still plays fantastic though, but he's on the wrong side of 30. Right.
But we think the Browns are going to be competitive.
I think so. They have nasty. They have one of the best defenses in football.
It depends.
They've got a great running game. And they got weapons. They got a good offensive line. It's all whether or not Deshaun Watson.
If he shows up with a full offseason this year, yeah. He was getting a little better Deshaun was getting a little better towards the end of the season. I mean, not much, but he started.
He was out for 2 years and then came back to play.
Yeah, right. So he was showing a little bit better toward the end. I mean, compared to the beginning of the season. I mean, he started to get a little bit better, but he needs that full off season weight strength training, and then reps and getting it going. So
also, Rodney went over there because that's where his special teams coordinator Bubba Ventrone went. This past off.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's the special teams coordinator over there with the Browns, and him and Bubba hit it off, while they were here. So I understand.
I don't know. I mean, the Browns pretty much. I mean, they had the same team last year. I mean, granted, Deshaun didn't play for 11 games, and they had what's his name used to be for that Brissett, Jacoby, but I don't know. They weren't impressive last year.
I don't know. The Browns. I think the Browns might have the best safety combo right now in football.
Well, they took.
Plus, they got a hell of a corner. They got amazing pass rushers.
Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Cleveland. I think it's going to be Cincinnati in the AFC North.
I think it's going to be Cincinnati and Baltimore.
We'll see. I think the AFC North will be the division this year, like they were 2 years ago.
It could play out like the AFC West did last year.
That's possible too.
But the AFC West last year didn't really turn out like everybody thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to see what's on paper and what's on the field.
For God's sakes, we beat the AFC West.
3/4 of it, anyhow.
That's right. That's not saying much.
You missed Kansas City, huh?
No, we beat Kansas City.
You beat the Kansas City. Okay, that's the only one you beat.
Yeah, the team that we didn't beat was the Chargers.
Yeah, we didn't
beat the Chargers.
They came back and beat us in the last.
We beat all the other teams over there. We beat Denver. We
Kansas City, Vegas,
and Vegas.
Yeah, we got the West this year.
Well, we pummeled them for you guys. So
I appreciate that.
The last 2 times The Colts are the only team to hold Patrick Mahomes-led offense to under 20 points 2 games in a row.
There's something about we match up well against them. We really do. And
you and the Bengals?
Mm-hmm. Well, the Bengals just are offensive. I mean,
yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. They don't hold them under. You're better defense. You match up defensively better. They match up offensively better. I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
We just no, we're going to make you suck.
Well, and we run the ball against them. That's that's one thing.
Yeah, you just didn't have the offensive line this year, or you would have really took them to the woodshed.
The way we did the Bills 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I remember that game. I laughed my ass off.
That was Jonathan Taylor's coming out party.
Yeah, no doubt.
Wasn't that the 5 touchdown game for JT?
Yeah, 5 touchdowns, almost 200 yards rushing.
Yep. Yeah, made them look like fools, man.
At Buffalo, in the rain and the snow. Yep.
We beat them with the wind that year.
Oh yeah, that was the year that Matt Jones threw it 5 times total.
Three.
It was 4, wasn't it?
3.
I thought he threw it 5 times and had
3 times.
Completions.
3 passes.
Well, okay, he threw it 5, but yes, he completed 3. Yeah, okay,
he threw 5 times and had 3 completions.
That's correct. Okay.
Wow.
We went about the same yardage on him too on the ground. Yeah, we went about the same on the ground too.
Yeah, but the difference is in our game, Jonathan Taylor averaged like 12 yards a damn carry.
I know.
True.
Do you have any, Lawrence? Do you have any insider stuff you can tell us? Like what you've been hearing from OTAs? Something we might not have read.
Anthony Richardson has been very accurate.
Well, we've read that. Something we haven't read.
I don't know if it was. I didn't read that. I've been reading that there wasn't a whole lot of stuff about Anthony Richardson, but from what I understand, Richardson, and this is coming from players that he's throwing to, that I've talked to, like today, Isaiah McKenzie was telling me that Anthony Richardson has been poised, has shown good leadership, has been incredibly accurate, which surprised a lot of people, I don't know. There's a few other things out there, but not a whole lot really.
Are they just playing offense? They're not playing any defense thing.
No, it's like 7-on-7s.
Oh, it's 7-7s. Okay.
Yeah. Really? Colts do 7-7s on OTAs?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they can.
Yeah,
it's just sports and teachers.
Yeah.
You just can't have, offensive linemen, defensive linemen crushing each other.
Plus, they put the protective helmet things on and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no tackling. I don't think there's any tackling. They just let them go in.
But most of OTAs is quarterback to receiver and defender.
Right.
Most of it. But you can run 7-on-7s in shorts and t-shirts.
Yep.
I will tell you this.
He is getting 50% of the reps in the 063.
Yep.
He is getting half the reps, but that was planned from the get-go, right? Just to see
that is a lot
compared
50% of the reps. That is a lot.
I did hear that somebody
him and Gardner are both getting 50%.
Right, they're splitting it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I did hear somebody say there was a quote that came out of the building where they said that when you're around him, he wants to know everything about his teammates. He wants to know more about the city of Indianapolis.
That's good.
He is showing that basically he wants to be great and he's willing to put in the work to be great. He wants to get better every single day.
I love
and
that.
it shows. So for a 21-year-old to have that mentality, that's what it takes. I'm excited. Again, I don't have high expectations this season. I really don't.
No, that's yeah.
If we just see improvement from week to week, that's all I care about. That's all I care about.
I've
I
already
care
put
less
out
about the record.
I've already put out my my prediction game to game on which games I figure will win, which games I figure they'll lose early on when the schedule drops. I'm gonna stick by it. I think we win the first game of the year because there's no film. None.
Yay. Jackson.
0 film against Shane Steichen, offense for the Colts.
Right.
So there's going to be a bunch of stuff that is going to happen that they're not going to expect. I think that the Colts will win that first game against Jacksonville.
Is it home?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville at home. Yep.
Yeah, that's why.
Jacksonville's at home?
No,
we play in Indy.
You're in Indy. Okay, that helps. That helps out a lot. Okay.
And then I think as the season progresses early in the season, I think as the film starts to show, I think the Colts will start to lose games. Be competitive, be fun to watch, but it is what it is. And then I think we'll start to see the Colts get better and better and better as the season progresses. I would not be shocked at 5 wins. I would not be shocked at 9 wins. It's one of those years where I don't know because I haven't seen. It's hard to make a guess when you haven't seen the starting quarterback ever.
Right.
And don't even know who the starting quarterback is legitimately going to be week 1.
Right.
Yeah, he hasn't picked the quarterback yet, so you don't know who is it going to be. You have no idea, and you haven't really seen AR-15 yet on the field. You don't know what he's going to bring in the NFL.
It's AR-5 now.
He's not taking 15. Huh? Yeah. He's not taking the gun in the in this.
He's separating himself from that nickname. He doesn't want
nickname. I agree. I kind of when you're in that kind of aspect, I can kind of see why he's taking a different number.
I think it was because of social media, not what the kickback has been, but when you Googled his name.
Well, I know a long time ago he said he was going to say he wanted to separate himself from that nickname. He didn't want
that nickname.
He didn't want to be known as AR-15. I guess 6 wins. That's my guess for this season. 6 wins.
I got somewhere between 5 and 9. I know that's a big.
It's a big gap.
That could be bottom of the division or win the division. But that's where I've got because I have no idea. And yes, I believe the division can be won with 9 wins. I do believe that. Now, also, I'd say we give him the name Mayflower. He's like a big truck.
You're just going to make everybody in Baltimore mad. I think you're right on it, though, Lawrence. Between 5 and 9.
Well, it's hard to know because you don't know you don't know what the quarterback position is specifically going to look like. You got a pretty good idea about the rest of the team. Secondary scares me, but
yeah.
Well, another thing too, you got to think of. We're going against Houston twice. They've got a rookie quarterback. We're going against Carolina. They've got a rookie quarterback. You're going against who else that's got to have a rookie quarterback? I mean, so you just don't know. You just don't know.
Tannehill will be the starter for the Titans.
Oh, yes, he will. Oh, yeah.
Even though there's a bunch of smoke going out there right now about the rookie quarterback the Titans picked up.
Will Levis?
Yeah. There's as much out there about him as there is Anthony Richardson. I kid you not. And the thing is,
Oh yeah, the Kentucky quarterback.
is they're good at nitpicking videos. Right? You'll see one video of him where he throws a deep ball and it looks good. Well, what about the ball that doesn't look good? Why don't you show that one? You know,
Yeah.
That's one thing I wanted to ask you, Lawrence. I mean, I remember like last year during OTAs, there was a lot of videos, a lot of film coming out of OTAs. This year, there's nothing.
Yeah, there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing. Yes, you are correct, sir.
Is that on purpose? Are they trying to keep it, you know?
In all honesty, I think they are. Because for the Colts, anyhow, with OTAs, they're trying to work in a system.
Right.
Right? Shane Steichen's system. And Shane and the Colts are going to try to keep what he is building for this team under wraps as long as possible.
Right.
So they're not going to be showing routes, run combinations, stuff like that. They're not going to show that. They're not going to show that. I don't think you're going to see much about that during training camp. Now, while I'm there, I am 150% going to be recording unless they tell me not to. So, like I did last year, I wasn't allowed to the last few years, I wasn't allowed to record full team, anything 7-on-7 or higher. Wasn't allowed to record it. I was allowed to record one-on-ones and individual drills, things of that nature, but you can't record team drills.
Right.
So, but I'll be able to get quarterback, wide receiver routes and stuff like that, what they plan on doing there. And I'll be able to report to you. I'll see what's going on. I'll be like, dude, they just ran a triple option reverse. I ain't ever seen no shit like that. Anthony Richardson did a backflip over DeForest Buckner, if you can believe it.
You better film that.
That's not going to impress me unless he throws it with his left hand. He's got to do the left-handed pass.
Oh, God, that's Carson Wentz. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Between his legs. In the middle of the backflip. So he was actually upside down with his left hand between his legs over DeForest Buckner, 60-yard bomb for a touchdown.
Into the end zone, yeah.
Okay, if he does that, he is automatically Rookie of the Year. Plain and simple. That's it. Automatically Rookie of the Year.
So which coach are you looking forward to talking to the most, Lawrence?
Every year I'm looking forward and hoping and praying I get to talk to DeForest Buckner. Every year I get.
No, coach, my friend.
Oh, coach?
Yes.
Steichen, I would love to talk to Steichen.
Well, I mean,
the offensive coordinator, yeah.
Well, I mean, Bubba
would be nice.
Actually, I want to talk to Tony Soprano.
Yeah, offensive line coach.
I said Soprano, didn't I?
You did. I was like, man, is he actually what the thing? He rose from the dead and he's now coaching.
Well, if the O-line is not any good, they're in trouble. They're going to be buried on the practice field.
Or did he die?
What's that fresh mound of dirt in the end zone up there in the practice field? What is that?
It's not Jimmy Hoffa.
No, where's Quentin Nelson?
It's not hard to mix up Soprano and Sperano.
I know who you're talking about. I was just messing with you.
Earlier, I said Frank Steichen.
There's a
one of those guys
for you. There's a good question for you, Lawrence. That's right up your alley.
I know what you're. I know it. Yep.
I like them both.
Oh, now that's a bad answer.
Yeah, that is terrible.
My favorite is DeForest Buckner. If I had to build a team around a guy, I would pick DeForest Buckner just because he's so good all the way across the line.
Right.
If I need a guy who has to get penetration in the middle of the line right now, I'm picking Jeffrey Simmons. Because the guy can move anybody, right? I mean, he can move anybody and get penetration in the middle of the line. But DeForest Buckner, I think, because of his size, speed, agility, strength, just the combination of what he has, his arm length, he's able to do things I think Jeffrey Simmons can't do at every position across the line.
True.
That's why I'd go with DeForest Buckner.
Good point.
Simmons is a flag magnet too. He loses his temper. You know, he's a dirty player. I can't stand Jeffrey Simmons.
This Simmons is more like Grover Stewart.
Yeah, that's true. He is. Except Grove doesn't lose his temper.
Right.
Oh, no. You've been there when someone told him his wings were ass?
Well, I wouldn't be stupid enough to tell him that.
I no doubt.
No, come on.
I'd
Grove,
love to have that. Yeah, I'd love to have that sink full of wings, man.
Every time somebody talks to Grove, he's always got a big smile on his face. He's always happy. He's just, yeah. He is one player I would love to interview. I would love to interview Grover.
Yeah, I've talked to him last year a few times during training camp, and he always had quick jokes, smiling, always able to brighten your day, even if you're having a bad day. You know, that's what's great about him. Now, he probably can't brighten offensive lineman that's sitting across from him, but
Well, it's almost like the game isn't too big for him. He has fun. He has fun. He just has fun. He has a good time out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I mean, he does his job. He knows his job. His job is A, stop the run, B, create havoc in the backfield.
You never hear him complain about money. You never hear him complain about, playing time, whatever. He doesn't complain. He just does his job. Oh,
I'll bring that up in a minute, Brandon. Whenever Matt decides to come back.
Yeah. I'm here.
All right, Matt. Do you feel like Bill Belichick should have went out and got Mac Jones a better weapon this past offseason?
You mean this draft?
The offseason.
He did get one.
One. Yes. Did he?
Yes.
Is he good?
I think so.
Who is it?
Butte. LSU. Do you not know who he is?
We're not Patriots fans.
Oh, I know, but I guess you guys don't watch college.
I don't know who he is. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. He got 700 yards, 5 touchdowns his first season. He best LSU wide receiver freshman all time. Second season, he only played 6 games. He got 500 yards and 9 touchdowns, and he broke his ankle. If he played the full season, I'd have to do the numbers, but I think he was going to blow away. I think he was the thing. You got to remember who was on those teams, LSU teams. Some of the receivers that were on those teams, wide receivers. Some of the Cincinnati wide receivers now that were on those teams.
Was that Chase?
Yeah, exactly.
Keyshawn Butte.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he did. Yeah, he did better. He did better. He was able to do that because what's his name sat out his senior year because he was going to go play. He was going to go get drafted by Cincinnati. So he was able to have that rookie season. Yeah, he's a slot receiver. He's not a but he can play on the outside. But he can get yak yards like you will not believe. What we think is his junior year, they got a new coach, and we think that him and the new coach at LSU just did not work. Plus, they had to go in and do on the ankle. They had to go in and do new surgery on the thing because it didn't heal right, and it probably took that extra year to heal. It didn't heal in a half a season or whatnot. It needed a full year to heal. And Belichick took a 6th round pick on the guy, thinking that it's going to take a little while for him to heal and be that great receiver that he was when he was in the beginning of his LSU season. So, will he come out in the beginning of the season and be that great LSU player? Maybe not. But if it takes him a year, we have Kansas City's old slot receiver to fill in that position, to be that guy.
Well, I mean, you think about it. There's not a lot of rookies that come in and just blow it up their first year. It takes some time.
Exactly. He was when he was in his second season. He was destined to be a 1st round pick. They were looking at him as being a 1st round pick of the draft.
I really think Alec Pierce is going to have a breakout year.
Yeah,
I think you'll see a huge jump.
I think he'll have the biggest breakout on the team.
Yep, I do too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people want to say it's Jelani Woods. I don't think so. Look, I like Jelani Woods.
No, he's good.
He has a lot of development left.
Right.
I think Alec Pierce is going to be that deep threat. He's going to be that dude.
Yeah. But I think you're going to see more. Jelani last year was like he'd come into a game and he'd do great, and then they just didn't use him for like next 2 games.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
Come in and he'd get involved in the offense, and they take him out. I think he'll be more involved in the offense this year. But I think, like you said, Alec Pierce is going to be that breakout guy.
That breakout guy.
The held Jelani back is he has to be part of the game plan in that game. And he has blocking issues. He is not a very good blocker. And if you're planning on doing a lot of running or need to keep a tight end in to help protect, he's not going to get a lot of snaps, And I think that was a big reason last year was because the offensive line was bad. The tight ends had to be kept in a lot, to block for running or block for passing, either one, And I think that was an issue right there. But here's the deal. Anthony Richardson, even in college, anything over 15 yards, he was one of the best quarterbacks in college when throwing 15 yards or more. Right. That's what he excelled at. It was that intermediate short range that there was
10 to 15 yard
when it come to completion percentage. Long balls, he nailed long balls. Nailed them. Oh my goodness. And with the running game, if the Colts have a good running game, Alec Pierce will have the best year of the year at wide receiver.
I think Alec Pierce is going to have a breakout season, but I also think because of that threat of the run of Anthony Richards, that just the threat that he could take off, you're going to see JT really break out. I think JT will have some running lanes. He will have some, he got swallowed up last year because the line was so bad, but
everybody knew it was going to Jonathan Taylor.
Exactly.
So there was 8-9 guys in the box on a consistent basis.
Exactly. You won't see
now
that.
There will be 8-9 guys in the box on a consistent basis, but they won't be able to crash the line. They have to wait to see who the hell has the football.
Right.
It's just I 100% agree. You sit there and you look at, if Jonathan Taylor was on the Ravens, oh my God, You know?
Exactly.
And that's basically what we're looking at, you know, in that type of situation when it comes to the RPO. And that's the thing. If you're going to have 8-9 guys in the box and you run an RPO, and with Richardson having that good, accurate, beautiful deep ball, Alec Pierce is going to be the beneficiary of that.
Yes, he
9
is.
out of 10 times.
Yep. Because I think Pittman Jr. is still going to be that 50-50 guy. He's going to be that contested catch guy. He's still going to be
I think Pittman will still be the main target.
Yep.
I just hope with God Richardson doesn't, you know, be every quarterback we had last year that, you know, threw it to him even when he was triple covered.
Well, because they couldn't throw it any further.
Right. And that was not all on Matt Ryan. Looking at the film, 7 out of 10 passes that he made, he was throwing off his back foot because he couldn't step into the throw because the pressure was in.
Well,
the pressure.
Oh, really?
I'm so
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
one.
you gotta step into the pass, man.
Matt Ryan, he lost his confidence. 2, I think he was hurt more than he let on, or what the Colts let out. I think he got hurt, and because his arm was just gone at the end of the season. It was gone.
Yeah,
and you know, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what happened to that offensive line last year. I really don't. I don't have answers for it.
I got an idea. I think we expected to get good right out the gate. We weren't good right out the gate. So Frank Reich started. Frank Reich and the offensive line coach started moving people and moving them on a game-to-game basis. Every game was a different lineup. What they say, we had like 8 different offensive line lineups in the first 5 games. 8 in 5 games. That's stupid. You are not going to get good doing that. Period. Well, end of discussion. Right? That's why the best thing by far that the interim head coach did, Jeff Saturday did when he came in, was pick. These 5 guys are going to be your offensive line guys. Mm-hmm. And they're going to stay there whether they shine or they look like shit.
Right.
You know? So, and that was the best thing that he could have done. And that was the best thing that he did do.
Well, that's the key to the offensive line. You got to have consistency across the offensive line. They've got to operate as one unit. And
absolutely. And I think they'll have to probably pull that off. They got to figure out who that right guard is going to be.
Have you heard anything about that undrafted
out right now with a minor knee or leg injury or something like that?
And they said it was a leg thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
Who?
Braden Smith.
Oh, yeah, Braden Smith. Okay.
Have you heard anything about that undrafted rookie from Alabama that they picked up? That big kid for the right guard?
No, nothing.
I'd like to see him play.
Is Luke Tanuka still at right guard? I don't remember seeing him play at all last year.
I don't know.
What's smile for?
Sorry, I'm going through here.
Okay, he just started smiling. I was like,
I'm going through all the old talks, all chat right here.
Will Fries is still there at right guard. They picked up an undrafted rookie from Alabama, a big kid, real big kid.
But I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him.
I haven't either.
Ekior, something like that. Emil.
Yeah. Emil Ekior.
Yep, from Cathedral.
Yep.
Yep.
But they got to fix that offensive line.
I think the offensive line is good. It's the right guard position that is the problem right now.
Well,
just like the left.
I think the right guard and the left tackle were the problems last year until Ryman came in. Matt Pryor was an issue. Mm-hmm. I think that's where you had Quentin Nelson trying to help out Matt Pryor, and you had Ryan Kelly trying to help out, the right
whoever
guard.
was that right guard that week.
Yes, exactly.
Which made things so much worse on Ryan Kelly.
Oh, yes.
There were times where I watched the snaps and I'm like, dude, Ryan Kelly had to have been told before the game that you have to help him no matter what. Doesn't even matter if there's a free rusher coming by you. Because he did. That's what he did.
Yeah.
And, Kelly's better than that. So, and you notice that, again, once Ryman got in there and started playing a little bit better, Quentin Nelson started playing like his old self.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So, you get someone in there, don't even have to be a good or great player, just an average player. That'll allow your great players to be great,
right?
Because they don't got to worry about the guy next to you.
Exactly.
When it comes to any position group in the entire NFL, the offensive line only is as good as the weakest link, period.
Yep. Well, if they don't have to worry about the man next to them, then they can do their job. Mm-hmm. But when you have to worry about the guy next to you, then it's like your head's on a swivel and you're,
Yep.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, Larry Brown, we already talked about that earlier about Darius Rush's pick 6 on Ellinger.
Ogletree, I'm anxious to see what Ogletree can do this year.
He's still recuperating. He's still recuperating. Yep.
So he's not participating in OTAs?
I think he's participating, but not in team activities.
Oh, wow.
There's actually a few people that are not participating in team activities. Like
Shaq.
Yeah, Shaquille Leonard's not practicing in team activities.
Roberto Sanchez.
Yeah, there's a few guys that aren't doing it because they're still nicked up, trying to work on things, Yeah. But all of them are expected to be good by week 1.
I know Ogletree's not a rookie, but I mean he missed all of last season.
He might as well be a rookie.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at.
He might as well be a rookie.
Yeah.
He looked good in training camp. Yeah. He did. He looked really good in training camp.
Good.
And he's another one that's like, he's 6'7", isn't he? 6'7", 6.
He's up there.
Oh, Ogletree?
Yeah, he's like 6'7", 6'8".
He's 6'7".
6'7".
You saw my interview with him, didn't you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was like
we were eye to eye.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I don't get to talk eye to eye with people very often, Normally,
honestly,
I'm like,
my favorite picture that I got last year.
How things down there.
My favorite picture last year that I got when I was at training camp was a picture of Jelani Woods and Kenny Moore standing side by side. It looked like Mutt and Jeff. I mean, it was just, it was like, oh my God, this man is huge. Jesus.
Yeah. But Ogletree, he's a guy, again, our tight end group, I think, is the deepest in the league. I'm not saying we have the best tight ends in the league.
We've only got 10 of them.
Deepest.
Yeah.
We're 5 deep. We're 5 deep.
We're 5 now? Oh, yeah, because
we've only got 10 of them. What do you mean? We just signed another one. We
got a rookie that I think has a potential.
Yeah.
So, that's the other one. So, I mean, my goodness. Yeah, and we got Pharaoh Brown that we picked up in free agency.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Mallory is the one we drafted.
Mallory's the one we drafted.
Pharaoh Brown's free agent, or we picked up in free agency. You got Mo, you got Kylan, you got Jelani, you got Ogletree, and we just signed another one.
He's a camp body. He's got.
Oh, I know, but it's like the tight end group. By the time camp gets here, we're gonna have 10 of them, and it's gonna be like, okay, here half our team are tight ends, but
Screw it. You want a real RPO upping team? All right, let's drop an offensive line, quarterback, running back, 5 tight ends.
If they can block.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to find. Is they're trying to find a blocking tight end.
Now that would be a lineup that would like shock the NFL, and if we won using that lineup like a lot, that would change the face of the NFL.
5 tight ends.
5 tight ends. That'd be nuts.
And they're all 6'7".
I used to make fun of Ray Rao all the time. He has a guy on there that's and Matt knows about this. He's got a guy who comes on his show, used to be his co-host, and he talk about 2 kicker lineups, you know, where you have 2 kickers out there. I'm like, okay, yeah, we could try that. Now let's do 5 tight ends. That would be amazing. I mean, especially if all of them are decent receiver type guys. You know, you got your Jelani Woods and your Kylan Gransons and, you know, guys like that, Mallory and, you know, Ogletree. All these guys can move and catch the football, you know. And if Mo even gets back to what he was the year before last,
yep,
nasty.
Well, yeah, you've got five tight ends. They're all 6'7". Holy crap! I mean,
you know, I gotta, Lawrence, with your 5 tight end suggestion, I gotta ask you: did you work for Chuck Palongo, especially when you made that call, you know, against New England? You know the one I'm talking about. Was that your idea? Hey, I got a good idea. Let's just send 2 guys out there.
The fake punt. Yes, the punt. Oh, yes. That was that's funny.
That play wasn't even supposed to be snapped. It was just to try to get the defense off sides. And it was never supposed to be snapped.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Chuck said.
But the guy,
why'd you snap it?
The guy who was at the hike position wasn't the guy that practiced it, and he didn't know. Because the guy that was out there, who was supposed to be out there, was out with the flu, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, that's what McAfee said.
Mm-hmm. He saw Lawrence on the sidelines yelling, "Hike it! Do it!"
If I got
what's the worst that can happen?
This will be labeled the worst play in NFL history. That's
and
what
it's no longer labeled the worst play of the NFL history.
No, someone beat it last year.
Yeah. Which one was that?
That was the Chandler Jones interception by the Raiders. That wasn't that it? Where they, it was like the last game of the season. Where that was against you guys, wasn't it, Matt?
Which one?
Where Chandler Jones with the Raiders intercepted it and ran it back at the very end.
That wasn't the last game of the season, no, but it was close to it. It was like week 14, week 15.
I'll tell you what, Brandon Ace has been in here asking the same question.
Receiving cores
and over and over, and I'm not going to talk about it yet. Okay, give me time. All right, when we get to other teams and get on that topic, I might bring up how awful that team's receiving core is. But
oh, that's funny.
But I got you, my guy. I see you. I just want you to know you ain't got to keep putting it in there. You know what? Screw it. I already brought it up. Might as well bring it up. Does Jacksonville's receiving core, let me remove this one and put one that he said earlier. The way he said it. There. Does Jacksonville's receiving core scare the living daylights out of you?
No.
Do they have a decent receiving core? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think the Jets have a better receiving core.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I
the
think,
Bengals.
in all honesty, the Bengals by
The
far.
Bengals scared the living daylights out of you, but not even the Jets don't even scare the daylights out of you.
I mean, he's a Ravens fan, right? So
yeah,
that's why I threw the Bengals in there.
The Eagles
the Bengals have a much scarier receiving core than Jacksonville's, but that's not why. They have a very good receiving core. I'm not going to lie. But the thing is, their offensive line is not very good. So as long as we could get pressure on Trevor Lawrence,
it
doesn't matter how good that offensive line is.
Exactly.
Or the receiving core is.
The receiving core is. Same with the Jets. Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Remember when we played Jacksonville, I mean, actually throughout the whole year, Trevor, he didn't have time to throw the ball down the field. All of his passes were very short to intermediate passes.
Yes.
He had to get rid of the ball quickly.
Yeah. Or he was scrambling out and to make a play downfield.
Right.
You know, that's the thing. But I like Jacksonville's offense. But if you can get a team that can match them, well, first off, Trevor has to show improvement again, right? One above average year, because I can't even say Trevor had a good year. He had an above average year, right?
Well, I think he had a big jump going from the old coach to Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to see improvement from him again this year. We had a top 10 sack defense last year. You know, we were top 10 in the NFL in sacks. And we lost one guy, Yannick Ngakoue, but he only accounted for 9.5.
Yep.
You know?
My guy. Yep.
So, I mean, we had, I think, 6 guys with 6.5 or more sacks. So, or 5, no, we had 5 guys with 6.5 or more sacks. So that's something that I'm okay with. I think that we got some youth. We got a lot of youth across that, especially at pass rush on either ends. Somebody has got to take a step up, whether it's Ibukam or Pay or Odangbo or Lewis. Somebody's going to blow up this year because all of them have shown sparks.
Right.
Yeah, Quiddy's done very well last year.
Mm-hmm. And he was strong side.
Yeah.
He was strong side. He wasn't even, the real pass rush. He was strong side
the
entire year.
Yes, correct.
Well, and it's too bad he got hurt because that slowed him down.
Correct. I agree with you.
I think Taekwon is as good, if not better, than Quiddy Pay. It's just he keeps getting hurt halfway through the season.
Yep,
right.
He does.
With blown knees at that, First off, to me, when you see a guy, all right, I remember last year going through all 22. It's something that kind of pissed me off. I was like, Gus, what are you doing? I watched Grover Stewart drop back in coverage like 4 times in one game. I kid you not. I'm like, why are you dropping a 6'6", 300-pound nose tackle into coverage that many times? Don't like that idea at all.
I missed that. I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm.
The only explanation I could think of for that is because of the hole that Shaq left in linebacker, and so he was using a big body guy to clog a passing lane, get his arms up.
But we had linebackers. And this was well into the year where Okereke, Speed, and Zaire were playing well.
Zaire, he played great last year, Zaire Franklin. But no, I was just trying to come up with an explanation.
Yeah. But, yeah, this is... Oh...
I like that question from Brent. There you go.
I don't see Anthony Richardson as Lamar Jackson.
Neither do I.
No.
Honestly, I'd put Anthony Richardson more closer to Cam Newton than I would Lamar Jackson.
Yes,
that's the comparison.
I agree.
The comparison.
Lamar's shorter. Lamar's not as big as Anthony Richardson.
Right.
I mean,
Cam was a big dude.
Anthony's got a stronger arm than Lamar.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Richardson's got a stronger arm than Cam.
The only thing is both of them can run, and they both ran sub 440s.
Right.
That's why there's a comparison there. But Anthony Richardson and Lamar Jackson, that's the only thing that I think that they have similarity is they both ran sub 440.
Well, and the thing is Lamar will run around you. Richardson will run through you.
Yes.
Josh Allen kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very good analogy. Yes. Lamar is slippery as an eel. He'll run around because if he gets hit right, he'll go down, where Anthony Richardson will go through you because he's so big and strong.
Yep.
I see Anthony Richardson as a combination of Cam Newton and Josh Allen. You know, I kind of see it that way. You know, he has a really pretty deep ball. Josh Allen has a really pretty deep ball.
Yes,
you know, Cam Newton's deep ball is not pretty. It's a rope. Yeah. All of them are big quarterbacks who can run. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now Anthony Richardson faster than both of them.
Yes.
You know.
Yep.
But size wise, you know, they're very similar in that aspect of being 230 to 240 to 250. You know.
Well, here's the thing with Anthony.
But
it's
Cam,
go ahead, Loris. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Basil came in here and said he's not scarier than Cam as a rookie. That's because Cam came out of college. You know, he was a starter for years. You know, he was on a great team.
Correct.
Team around him. He
had
great.
Quarterback coach.
You know,
Yes.
He had everything.
Yes.
You know, Richardson had 13 games on a team that had jack and shit on offense around him.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So that's the thing that I'm saying. It could take Richardson some time, but
okay. You're sitting here comparing AR to Josh Allen. Remember Josh Allen's rookie year? It wasn't pretty.
No,
it was not pretty.
He showed, but the thing about Josh Allen was he did turn the ball over. Oh, I mean, he threw a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, a lot of interceptions his rookie year.
Yes, he did.
But he showed that promise.
Right.
You know, he showed if I could just get a little bit better in this area or this area, my talent will get me places.
Right.
And take this team places.
He was willing
on the field. If I see a Josh Allen type rookie season from Anthony Richardson, I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Yep. Josh Allen was willing to put in that extra work to get that passing percentage up, to put in that completion pass percentage up, to work. You know, he was willing to do that work to get better. The talent was there. And God, Anthony Richardson has the God-given talent. No one can take that away from him. So it's just, is he willing?
He can also read. He can also read the defenses very well.
Yes.
Someone taught him how to read defenses, and when he was young, and he can really read defenses.
Absolutely.
So I think that, you know, if he puts the work in, he could be the next. He's going to be Anthony Richardson. He's not going to be the next Josh Allen. He's not going to be the next Lamar Jackson. He's going to be the Anthony Richardson. You know?
Right. Yes.
He's different than all of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Very well said.
You know, Josh Allen can't run a 4.40, you know.
Nope.
And, you know, I'm sorry, he can't. You know, we're talking about a dude that I know we talk, you know, it's the underwear Olympics in the combine, but we're talking about a dude that just the top of every quarterback that has ever gone through it, just destroyed him. You have no one to compare him to. There is no comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean he's going to be guaranteed, the second coming of Patrick Mahomes and when he at year one? No. He could still be a bust.
Well, actually, Patrick Mahomes didn't start till his second year. So
no, he sat out a whole year.
He sat out a whole year.
That's why I sit here today and as well, I'm a diehard Colts fan, but my expectations this season, I don't care. I don't care what the record ends up. I really don't care. I just want to see improvement from week to week. I want to see this young kid growing as the season goes along, and he's getting better. I'm looking to the 2024 season. That we could be a very dangerous team in 2024. A very dangerous team.
The thing is I'm going to say it. I'm still going to say it before even the draft. Anthony Richardson is that guy that could be out of the NFL by the end of his rookie season, by the end of his rookie contract.
Yep, he
could be a superstar by the end of his rookie contract.
Yep.
It's just that big of a difference,
But I think he was the only one of the quarterbacks coming out this year that had
he's the biggest boomer bust.
To be a
superstar.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think you're going to see that with Stroud. I don't think you're going to see that with Bryce Young. I don't, Will Levis. You're not going to see that
the biggest ceiling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that.
He's got a ceiling like you won't believe.
But I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. Anthony Richardson, the biggest thing he's got to pick up on to be a starter week one is being able to read a pre-snap defense.
Yep.
Because that is everything, especially in an RPO system. But for a quarterback, you got to be able to read, because if you can't read that, that's going to increase the chances of having mistakes. That's going to increase the chances of getting hurt. That's going to increase the chances of getting your teammates hurt and losing games, right?
And though, they're going to our defensive coordinators are going to throw things at him that he's never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And
of course.
And he's going to make mistakes, but as long as he learns from those mistakes, that's the important thing.
Yep.
Also, his footwork. He really is going to need to polish off that footwork.
He's going to have a lot of film study.
Yes.
A lot of film study. He's going to have to sit down with his quarterback's coach and just do a crap ton of film study on different defensive looks.
He better, because he's got Trevin Walker coming at him, number 44. He's going to be looking to eat that game. That's week one. And I don't know. I mean, I think the only worst person to have running at you right now in the league at week one would be Myles Garrett in Cleveland.
Well,
okay. Yeah, Joey Bosa, those kind of guys. Yeah.
Nick Bosa.
TJ Watt.
Yeah. TJ. Well, no, I don't know. What would you be more afraid of, Myles Garrett or TJ Watt if you were a rookie quarterback?
It depends upon the team. Right now,
depends upon the team.
Because Garrett's generally on the left side, and that's a strong side for the Colts.
Right.
TJ Watt's generally on the right side. That's not the strong side for the Colts. Hold on real quick. Tarek Clyburn. I will get your name right at some point. I apologize. $2. He says, who you guys see in the Colts having at right guard? That is an interesting question.
It is.
There's a possibility that guy isn't on the roster right now.
It's true. Yeah. Very true. Who would you say who's on the roster right now? Who would you say has the best shot?
You got to put someone there.
Fries. Right now, I think Fries is your best spot. I know a lot of people want to talk about moving Freeland in starting right tackle and then bringing Braden Smith in at right guard. I don't like that idea at all.
Don't mess with that. No.
Nope. I don't like that at all. Braden Smith has been the starting right tackle, has been all pro and Pro Bowl starting right tackle. I want to keep that tackle set and fit.
Oh, absolutely.
Find somebody originally for that he's going to sit there and stay.
Yep.
It's right now. It's Fries. There's nobody
right
else.
now. It is Fries to lose, and that worries me. I know a lot of people want to keep talking about Emil,
but he's there. You got to push him. You know, that's the thing. You got to.
You also got to remember Emil was an undrafted free agent for a reason,
right? But at least you got to push Fries.
You got to grind metal. Yep.
Somebody's got. That's what the mistake we made last year with Pryor. There was nobody behind him to push him, and he fell flat in his face.
But there's a good chance that after cuts happen, which sucks because there's only one cut this year.
Yeah.
But after cuts happen, there's a good chance that we pick up a right guard. Even our GM was talking even about that. So
that's terrible. There's only one cut.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
When is that
moved
cut?
it to one cut this year.
When is it? Do you know?
After the third preseason game.
Preseason game, yeah. Or after right after it when it usually
right after
is the last
third preseason game.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
when the normal last one is.
Yeah.
Hell, we might have 20 tight ends before they have to make that cut.
Well, at that point, we run 5 tight end sets. It won't matter about the guard. We'll just remove the guard. And Braden will end up basically playing the guard.
So
position.
you were right. We don't have that person on the roster right now. That's it. We're not going to fill it. That's it. Will Fries is a converted tight end. That's it. Oh, God.
Yeah. Instead of giving Will Fries the playbook, let's just give him a Denny's menu. Might as well if we got 5 tight ends out there on the O line.
Good Lord. If you run 5 tight end sets and quarterbacks, if a quarterback has a good season, he's supposed to get his protection, presence. Anthony Richardson will have no money left over. None. Because everybody across that entire line, between the tight ends and the offensive line, is 6'5" or taller.
Yeah,
and damn near 300 pounds.
We're sitting here laughing, but come week 1, they're going to come out first game of the year, and they're going to run a 5 tight end set, and I'm going to lose it. I am going to laugh and think of you.
I promise you,
there will not be a 5 tight end set.
I will cut this episode right here, and it will be played over and over and over on social media. All right.
And if that does happen, Lawrence, show us that check that you're getting from the Colts.
Exactly.
For your play calling.
Exactly. Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
How do you defend against 5 tight end set? You'd have to legitimately go goal line defense, wouldn't you?
Drop everyone into coverage.
The only
just go into coverage
you'd have on the field are 2 safeties. At that point, right? You'd have to have a bunch of linebackers and no cornerbacks. You don't want to put a cornerback out there against a 6'7", freaking 250-pound tight end.
I like, there you go, Basil. They all check in as eligible. There we go.
Screw it. The offensive line does too, Bernard Ryman's a converted tight end. Might as well,
If I go to training camp and I see Quentin Nelson on the jugs machine, that's it. We know what's happening.
My goodness.
Big
Q'd be the only one that's not eligible. He'd be like 56 is the only guy on the field not eligible. What? Now, obviously, that's an illegal formation. You can't have that. You have to have 5 offensive linemen on the field that are not eligible. Okay.
Is there a rule about that?
Now, there is a rule about, there's no rule on how big those guys have to be, though. You could put 5 wide receivers out there on the offensive line.
You might as well put the 5 of us out there.
Right.
But give us baseball bats. We get baseball bats.
We get riot gear. That's what we'd have to have because otherwise we'd get hurt.
Yeah, I was going to say, they better pay me handsomely to get out there for one for that game. Ooh.
I think Lawrence has got 12 inches of height over me and like 80 pounds. So
that's it. Let Q be the lead blocker. There we go.
Right.
That's funny.
Obviously, defensive coordinators are scheming how to stop the tight end movement, but no one has been like, well, let's get up a play to stop a 5 tight end setup. I'll guarantee there's not a play in the defensive playbook to stop a 5 tight end setup. It's never been done. That'd be like having 11 quarterbacks on the field. I mean, it just don't happen. You know?
Well, I mean, didn't New England do that with Tom Brady? Just the whole team was Tom Brady?
What?
That was a good response, Matt.
You remember Giselle said he can't catch the ball.
But I'm serious. That's a play. We have the tight ends to do that where we could run behind it and pass behind it, 5 tight end setup. And I think we have the team to do that. I mean, there's not many teams out there that could pull off a 5 tight end, playbook. Now, I'm not saying the whole playbook, 3-4 plays, put 3-4 plays in the playbook. There's like 70 some.
All right. If we have a 5 tight end set,
you guys are going to carry 5 tight ends during the season.
Who's going to be out there who's going to be out on your offense? If we're running a 5 tight end set, who's going to be out there?
Oh my God. I can't believe we're actually entertaining this.
I know.
Quarterback.
You guys are not going to carry 5 tight ends on the season.
Why not?
Well, you can.
I wouldn't want to. But yeah.
That's the F tight end right there is your fullback. That's the thing. You'd have 4 tight ends, 2 of them lined up tight against the line, 2 split wide, 1 tight end set as the fullback in an offset I formation.
I could be mistaken, but I think Denver had 6 tight ends on the roster last year. They had a ton of them.
Well, I know we have 6 on the roster now. But...
No,
during the regular season, 6.
I know that's crazy. That takes up a lot of roster spots for your different team.
With Denver. Yeah.
I think we'll at least carry 4 of them. We'll carry 4 at least.
Yeah.
You would have to, like I said, I mean, defensively, you would have to play a 3-5-4, but the 4 would be 4 safeties, or a 4-4, 4-4-3. That'd probably be the lineup you'd have to run defensively. 4-4-3. 4 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, 3 safeties to defeat to line up against a 5 tight end setup.
Run that 5 tight end setup on the goal line. How are you going to stop that?
Yeah, with a big QB. With a big QB too. That would do something.
Yeah, exactly. It won't happen, but it's fun to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's fun to talk about, but I don't expect that to happen. There's like a 0.03% chance. But I'd love to see it just once. Just one time. Just to see if it works.
Okay, I do have a serious question, though, for you. Speaking of tight ends, do you think Mo will make it, or are they going to let him go sometime? You think Mo makes the team
this year? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you?
I think
he had one bad year. The year before last, he was playing damn good. He was a really good blocker. You know, he had an off year. He wasn't the only one that had an off year last year.
Everybody did.
We want to talk about it. Are we going to cut everybody who had a bad year last year? Because that's half the team. You know,
it's more than half,
right?
Well,
I mean,
I just wonder because that whole thing came out at the beginning of the season where they were, you know, supposedly trade rumors, putting him out on to trade, and you know, you just don't know.
Yeah. But I think he'll make the team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because he is, I mean, he is the veteran on the team.
He is.
You know, at tight end. So I think Kylan's the best tight end we have on the team. I'm not saying potential wise. I'm just saying as of right now.
Right now,
Kylan is the best guy. Obviously, Jelani and Alec Ogletree are probably have higher ceilings than what Kylan has. But right now, Kylan is the better route runner, the better receiver, the better blocker, you know, than anyone else on this team, including Mo Alley Cox from last year. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say Kylan was better than Mo the year before last, though. You know, but
see, last year, if you'd asked me about Paris Campbell, if I thought that if he has a breakout year this year, would the Colts keep him? I would have said no, because he played for three seasons and only 5 games in 3 seasons, something like that, or 5 games a season, 15 games total, something like that. But
so the Colts offered Paris a contract.
Oh, but okay. But what I was getting at is that Mo Alley Cox could be in a similar situation, even if he has a really good year, that the Colts might not pick him up next year. But I think he makes the team this year.
He's on his final year of his contract, isn't he?
Yeah,
Mo?
yeah. He only got 2. Yeah.
Mo had 3-year contract.
No, it was 2. It was 2 because he put I distinctly remember it because he wrote his name 2 Mo years.
Yeah.
That's why it stuck in my brain.
Why does it keep doing
that? Yeah. So
what is this crap?
What?
I don't know. There's some kind of like circle with a line and a circle whenever I try to Google something. He signed a 3-year, $17.5 million contract.
Oh, what's wrong with it? Oh.
$8.2 million guaranteed.
That was last year?
That was last year? Oh, God dang. How did I miss that? That's crazy. So he's got 2 years left.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. How'd that get past me? That's
You're in Japan?
Yeah. They don't. We don't get the internet in Japan. I don't know. No, that should have. That's weird.
He will not get cut this year.
No, definitely not.
Now, there is a potential out because he has 0 dead cap after this year. Mm-hmm. If they want to cut him before the 2024 season starts. But this year he's not getting cut. He's got a $5 million base salary.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I like Mo Alley Cox.
I could see that being a good contract for JT, 12 or 13 million a year for 4 years. I could see the Colts doing that.
Basel, it's only 2.4 mil dead cap now because he's already been paid his $4.8 million base salary for this year. So you're still paying him that. That's the thing. The rest of it is
there's
this contract.
There's a lot of free agents next year.
Pittman, unless we resign him.
Pittman, JT, Kenny, Grover.
Excuse me. Chili's coming back in a really strong way.
How many years does Defoe still have left on his contract?
One moment. I'll tell you.
I hope it's not next year.
I don't either. I hope
Oh,
so.
no. He's good through 2024.
Okay.
And he's got he ain't getting cut. I promise you that.
No.
I will flip out if he gets cut.
You'll have a lot of money next year, but it'll all be tied up in players.
Look, right now he's got a $20 million dead cap if he's cut this year. He's got a dead cap if he's cut this year, $19.75 million dead cap. In 2024, the majority of his salary is base salary.
Well,
20.2 million.
In 2024, we've got JT, Tyquan Lewis, Gardner Minshew, Kenny Moore, Tony Brown, Farrell Brown, Michael Pittman Jr., Taven Bryan, Isaiah McKenzie, Grover Stewart, Khalid Kareem, Zach Moss, and Rigoberto Sanchez.
Yeah.
So
calculated market values on Spot Track. I don't go by this very often. They got Jonathan Taylor at 13.1. That's the ceiling that I'd pay him. Michael Pittman Jr., if he gets paid as much money as what they're calculating his market value, I would be shocked. $18.5 million.
Ooh. I just don't see that.
I could see 15. But at the same time, again, he's had 1,000-yard receiving. He's damn near broke 100 receptions. He's led the team in both. Yeah. And he is a guy, one-on-one, he's damn good. You know.
What would be, if they say they signed JT, what would the franchise tag be for Pittman?
A lot. Oh my God.
I mean, because some of those,
because it's your top five.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Top five. The average of your top 5 wide receiver salaries for the year.
In the league. Yeah, and it's scary.
Hold on.
It would make more sense to do it the opposite way.
Yeah.
Tag
wide
JT.
receiver contracts 2023. I'll tell you. Hold on. Now it's only salary. Top 5 salaries. I mean, look, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Cooper, Diggs, Brown, Cup. All these guys are making 25 million plus.
Oh, I know.
I would.
Basil says the tag this year was 19.7 for wide receivers.
They really messed it up last year when signing these ridiculous contracts. Christian Kirk got a ridiculous one. So did Hill.
Well, Kirk was 17 a year.
But at that, when they signed him, and then Hill's like, hold my beer. And
Hill was the stupid broken one.
Yeah.
You don't pay. I mean, he jumped.
He had a good year.
So hard. It went from 25 million to I'm going to make 30.
Yeah.
I'm going to make quarterback money. You know. That's nuts.
Well, yeah, especially on Miami, because I'm sorry, Tua. I mean, if Tua goes down, they're not gonna win anything. They're not going anywhere. And Tua is one hit away from, hell, he could be out of the league.
It's freaking crazy, man.
I'm not even sure who his backups are this year. I like Miami in the East.
Do you know, Matt?
Sorry, Matt.
What now?
Do you know who Tua's backup is in Miami?
Oh shit! I know it was Teddy Two Gloves, but I think they got somebody else. Let's look it up, man.
Yeah, I think Bridgewater went somewhere else.
Give me a second.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you got the Google right there.
Yeah, I do. Not Miami Hurricanes.
Yep.
No one gives a rat's butt about the U right now.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Oh, it's the Jets, Mike White.
They got Mike White. Oh,
yeah, they got Mike White.
Yeah, they got Mike White. Yeah. He's good. Yeah, I mean, the Patriots do know how to take on Mike White though. So that he is better than Teddy Two Gloves though. I'll give it that though.
Mike White from the Jets. Oh God,
I'm confused.
What?
He's way too old to be playing in the NFL.
Mike White?
No, James Blackman.
Who's where?
James Blackman.
Do you remember a James Blackman there, Tom?
Yeah, from Marion High School, way back in the day.
My guy. Yeah, from my school.
Yeah, I remember.
James Blackman, quarterback for Miami Dolphins.
He's on the roster?
He's got to be 50.
Right.
I can remember watching James Blackman. So, yeah.
Tough. I mean, we had a bunch of guys.
That's older than Tom Brady.
86, 87 Marion Giants, where we just went to they just pencil us in. We're winning the state championship this year. That team.
I remember those good old battles between Marion and Anderson.
But
this can't be the same James Blackman.
No, I've never heard of James Blackman.
It can't be.
It's not.
You remember James Blackman, right, Doc?
Yeah,
you heard of it?
Yeah. But that's why I didn't believe you. And then I looked up. This guy's 24 and he's a rookie. And so I was like,
they probably drafted him.
Yeah, and he's rookie. So.
Well, let's just look up James Blackman and see what shows up.
I did. I'm looking at it right now.
A completely blank picture.
Yeah, there's no picture of him. They got the picture of the.
James Blackman.
Oh, yeah, he's from Florida State. He's 24 years old.
Oh, wow.
Quarterback
that team was inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame.
Which one? Marion?
The Marion team. The 85 to 87 team. That won back-to-back state titles.
Yeah, that was after I graduated high school. I graduated in 80, so that was...
Oh, he played Canadian football.
Oh, James Blackman?
Yep, 21 and 22. He played Canadian football.
Huh. Oh, yes, my James Blackman was a basketball player.
Not the same James Blackman.
Not the same. I was also looking at it going, that's...
Never mind. That's Arkansas State Red Wolves. But I thought he said he played. Hold on, let me go back. Let me go. Canadian Football League.
What if it was Randall Cunningham?
No,
I think you and I both, Lawrence, would flip out. We'd be like, "What? Yes!"
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh! You know what he did? He must have. He played 6 years. He played from 2017 to 2022.
Really?
Yeah.
God, he's only 24.
Speaking of birthdays and ages, Anthony Richardson is now able to buy alcohol.
Yeah, 21.
So I guess his senior
21.
year. I guess his senior year when he got 366 yards, they cut him.
In a single game?
In a season.
Oh.
Or I don't know. I can't tell because he got 510 yards.
I promise you, Kenny Schultz, Pittman is not going to make $10 million anywhere he goes in the NFL.
No.
He will.
They don't put how many
games
he
Colts don't
played.
Sign him, and I'm thinking probably about 15, then he's going to make closer to 20 somewhere else. I'll put money on it.
Do you think the Colts will offer him more than 15?
Base salary?
The contracts that Ballard's been pushing, I wouldn't be surprised.
I was going to say.
I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay with Leonard and Nelson getting the contracts they got because they were top 3.
They were dominant at their positions, yes.
So dominant, right? Braden Smith shocked me a little. You know, I mean, at that point, he got $17 million a year, and I'm like, really? That's a lot of damn money. You know, that's a lot of damn money for a right tackle.
Can you catch the ball too, Braden? Can you go out? Can you go out on a route?
I was okay with Ryan Kelly getting 15. But that was about the max that I wanted Ryan Kelly because he played to that point of being that good, you know. But right now, wide receiver, the market is off the charts right now. And if he does not sign with the Colts, I will guarantee next year he will make at least $20 million from some other team.
Well, here's the thing, too, about wide receivers. It's almost like, though, I hate to say it, but it's like unless you've got one of those bona fide superstars on your team, you can let a wide receiver go and pick up somebody in the draft at a rookie contract that's just as good. I mean, because they're coming out of college fast and furious, and a lot they're good. I mean, these kids are playing, you know, they're playing ball a lot earlier. They're a lot better coming out of college than they were. And that's one of those positions where, you know, NFL teams, they're not going to, you know, enough is enough. They can't, like you said, they're paying them quarterback money, and it's ridiculous.
Hey, Daniel, I think you're not at the times right now. You know, there are 10 wide receivers currently that make between $22 and $30 million in the NFL. 10. So you don't have to lead the league in anything to make $20 million in this league.
No,
it's like you don't have to lead the league in anything to make $30 million as a quarterback.
Look at Minnesota's quarterback.
Ain't jack for a quarterback in today's NFL.
Minnesota Vikings quarterback.
You go back. I mean, and that's the difference between now and 5 years ago. 5 years, the past 5 years, the money has jumped so much.
Yes, it has.
Okay, give me 5 receivers that you think actually deserve that $20-25 million a year contract. Are there 5 that you can name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cup's one.
Devontae.
I think
Devontae.
I think Diggs.
What's his name over in Minnesota?
Jefferson.
Yep.
He's still under a rookie contract, though.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, but he would deserve the money if he got it. You're just using
Hill deserves money 2025. I don't think he deserved the 30.
Yeah, what do you think Jefferson's going to get when that contract comes up?
It ends this year, doesn't it?
Dude, him and Chase are going to break banks.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Chase, and also when Buffalo comes up, he's going to earn the money too.
I heard an interesting thing today
that they makes, I think, 24.
They were talking. they were talking about the Joe Burrow contract coming up. And there is a feeling where Cincinnati might be the first team to do this, but they will give him a contract and give him a percentage of whatever the salary cap is. That'll be the contract. It'll be a percentage of the salary cap.
T. Higgins does not deserve $20 million.
No, they're going to release T. Higgins.
And Michael Pittman Jr., in my opinion, are the same player.
They're going to get a draft pick for T. Higgins. They're going to go shopping with T. Higgins. First round pick.
I think Michael Pittman is a little bit better than T. Higgins.
Yeah, they're going to go shopping with T. Higgins.
They were saying if T. Higgins left Cincinnati, he could go to another team and be a number one receiver.
Oh, absolutely.
Depending on the team, maybe half the teams in the NFL, not the other half.
Not the other half. Yeah, a good percentage of half. That's why Bill called him up to Cincinnati. They wouldn't let him go yet.
But Burrow's going to break the bank.
Of course, you're going to hear that from Bengals fan Brandon. I mean, come on. Every team's fan base is going to bump their own players. I mean, if I tell you that Jonathan Taylor is the best running back in football, well, Colts fans are going to say that. And then you're going to go look at the Browns, and they're going to say, no, our running back is the best. And then you're going to go look at the Titans, and they're going to say our running back is
running back is the best.
You know?
That's why they call him King Henry, yeah.
I tell you what, if the Colts were smart, if they wanted to sign JT, I would do it right now before this season starts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Don't give him a chance to go out and lead the league in rushing this year. And then you're
don't let Jonathan Taylor go out there and break 2,000 yards rushing and 20 touchdowns.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Yeah, because then you're screwed. That's it.
Yeah,
but then you just bend over.
Well, I mean, there hasn't been a 2,000 yard rusher that's been on the team that's won the Super Bowl. That's never happened. Well,
no.
Wait a second.
96 was the last year, I believe, that
did Emmitt Smith do it?
2000?
No, he never broke 2,000 and won the Super Bowl. I was
I'm
thinking
talking about that, like, had a top 5 paid running back and won the Super Bowl. It's been a long time since that's happened too.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Who's the last 2,000 rusher that's won the Super Bowl?
Rams.
But he wasn't on the Rams when he was a 2,000 rusher.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, there hasn't been. I don't think there's been a 2,000 yard rusher.
No.
That did it that year, and their team won the Super Bowl. The closest was Atlanta, and they lost the Super Bowl. But why can't I think of his name?
Super Bowl.
Is that Turner? Michael Turner?
No.
No, Michael didn't.
Oh God, the Dirty Bird. What was his name?
Oh, shit. Oh,
he wore 32. He wore 32. Well, like all running backs do. The good ones, 32. Why can't I think of his name? Jamal Anderson? Is that
Jamal Anderson. That's it. The Dirty Birds. Yep.
Yeah.
Did Denver win the Super Bowl in '98?
Was that the one against
with what's his name?
Terrell Davis.
TD. Yeah.
Did he break 2,000 that year though?
Yeah.
I believe he did. That's when that game when he was playing, he had the migraine headache and all that. And he couldn't see, and they sent him in there as a decoy. He couldn't even already see. I remember that. Yep.
Ickey Woods did not break 2,000 yards rushing.
No, Ickey Woods did not break 2,000 yards.
Oh, that's funny.
Ickey Woods.
There's not been a lot of
back. You'd have to go back probably.
But I don't know if
did Brown do it?
Hold on.
We'd have to look that up, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
They won the 98 Super Bowl against the Green Bay.
Who was it?
Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis did it. Okay.
Yep.
Terrell was awesome.
There's been 16 2,000-yard rushers. Adrian Peterson, O.J. Simpson, Barry Sanders. Did Jamal Lewis do it when Baltimore won the Super Bowl?
No.
O.J. won the Super Bowl, didn't he?
No.
No. Chris Johnson, LaDainian Tomlinson, Derrick Henry, Ricky Williams, Emmitt Smith.
I thought Eric Dickerson would be on there.
They didn't win the Super Bowl, though.
What am I thinking? Yeah, what am I thinking?
Sean Alexander because the Seahawks didn't win it back then.
Nope.
No, they didn't win it back then.
Nope.
No.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown did it.
That's a championship.
Yes, you are correct. That was a
championship. That's a championship.
I know, but I still think it. You know what I mean, though, Lawrence. That was still.
Ray Rice did it for Baltimore.
No,
there we go.
When they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they won the Super Bowl. That was 02, wasn't it?
So I was way off on that, huh? I could have.
Was that 02, Tom?
2000.
Yeah, 2000. Okay.
I stand corrected.
Been over 20 years since, though.
Yes, correct. It's been 23 years since then.
Well, no, wait. Hold on a minute.
Okay, hold on.
It says Marshawn Lynch, Ray Rice, Brandon Jacobs are 4 of the running backs to rush for 1,000 yards on a Super Bowl winning team since 2000.
That's 1,000, though.
Since 2000. Since 2000.
1,000 yards, not 2,000.
Right. But Ray Rice did go for 2,000, but not.
And so did Terrell Davis.
Right.
Yeah, those are the only 2,000 yards in the Super Bowl era.
Guys, it's been over 2 hours. That chili hit my stomach hard.
I mean, the way you look now, it's almost like you're getting down into a 3-point stance to run to the bathroom. I mean,
I'm not in a 3-point. I am the opposite direction. Okay. I'm in the lounging stance, trying to, I got my belt undone, the top button undone. You know what I'm talking about, right?
You're going to slide off the chair here in a minute.
I am going to slide off the chair. Slide off the chair straight into the bathroom. I feel like I just had Thanksgiving dinner. All right.
That was fun. You were nursing that bowl, too.
Yes, I was. But it was a bowl, dude. I mean, it's a bowl. That's a
big wow.
Bowl.
Yeah. That is a big bowl.
My wife calls it my trough. Oh. Oh, but my episode tomorrow, I'm gonna try to get it out. My interview with Isaiah McKenzie. I'll try to have that out by noon tomorrow. Noon Eastern. So within the next 14 hours ish.
Are you still doing that daily show? Or
yes, but I just was able to find a way to fix my freaking tripod today.
I kept looking. I was like, where are these things?
My tripod broke Monday morning. Broke. The leg of the tripod for my camera snapped off. Someone stepped on it, broke it.
Right.
And I didn't have duct tape or nothing like that for, to splint it or anything of that nature. And a little bit on the short side on money. And so I wasn't able to go get anything. And it was just nuts. So I do have another tripod, but it's not set up for that Razer camera. It's set up for my Sony. and it's also way too big to put in the house in this room because it's a professional tripod, you know.
Right.
But I will hopefully I'll have a bunch of content coming out tomorrow. That'd be nice.
Because I still think that's a great idea if you do those.
Yeah, I mean I got everything set up. I was ready to do it this week. It's just things happen.
Yes, they do.
You know what's horrible when you go back and you watch TV shows and like, okay, so I'm watching what TV show am I watching now? Family Ties. That's right.
Family Ties.
I went back to start watching Family Ties. Because I watched a documentary on Michael J. Fox. And then I was like, I remember watching Family Ties. I don't remember anything from Family Ties. You know, none of the episodes. I remember watching it, but I don't remember anything about it.
Right.
You know? And it was on for 7 stinking seasons. So I went back to it, and I just realized how deep that show is. You know, I mean, I didn't realize that it was like every episode is hitting something, you know, political or something. But yeah, so you know, I'm watching these shows, and like every other show is reminding me of my dad. You know, and I'm like,
yeah.
That's why I had to stop watching Highway to Heaven because it was reminding me of my dad. So,
Michael London did that to you?
Huh?
Michael London reminded you of your dad?
Oh yeah. Attitude-wise and everything, yeah.
Always liked him.
My dad wasn't Jewish, but you know, he was a likable dude. You know.
I know my problem is that once I get into a television series, I'll binge watch it. And
I do too.
I'll be angry if somebody comes around me and bothers me when I'm binge watching. I just finished The Queen's Gambit. It's really worthwhile.
Oh, I love that movie. I love that TV show. I love that TV show.
I went back and watched Benson. I loved Benson.
Yeah, that was
the TV show was
from
awesome.
The 80s.
Yeah.
Newhart was another one from the 80s that was really great. If you like that kind of humor.
It was a good show.
There's a lot of good shows. Back then, not today, but back then. That's why I go back to watch those shows. So.
I couldn't even name you a show that's on today.
Well, The Queen's Gambit, check it out. It's only 7 episodes. And then there's another one from. It's more of a sci-fi horror. Or, well, not sci-fi, but...
From?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
Seen that. There's a couple sci-fi shows that ain't bad out.
I'm hesitant to call it sci-fi. The people that wrote Lost wrote right, and so.
All right, Doc, you just scared me to death. I saw that drawer open up behind you, and there was no arm.
No hands there. It just opened by itself. I was like, he's going to Japanese ghost over there.
It's like, oh my God, there's a ghost.
It's the girl from Grunge. Oh, Lucky,
so
look at
dirty.
this.
That's so mean. Hi.
She's pretty mad though.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, that's a movie my wife will not watch. She does not like watching any creepy kid or that whole stop go stuff, you know, like the Grunge has. No, or The Ring or something like that. No.
Not a big horror fan, but if it's biblical
I'm not a big horror fan either.
Yeah, if it's biblical horror, though, I get into it.
I like suspense horror. I don't like gore. I don't like gore movies.
Okay, slasher. You don't like the slasher. No slasher.
Yeah. I've never watched a Saw movie. I never watched a.
Neither
Yeah,
have I.
me either. Yeah, I'm not a.
yes.
Yeah, no.
You've seen one. You've seen them all.
Hostel. Never seen any of those.
I don't even know what that is. if it's intended for teenage audiences, then I stay away from it.
Good choice.
It's too fake for me.
Yeah,
I'm more. Put me in a. Like, to me, to this day, I think I rank the number one horror flick. For me personally, is the original Amityville Horror. Because
the book is so much better.
Oh, I believe you, but I'm just saying, like, the suspense, horror, that was good.
It was good. It was. The Exorcist was mine. That was.
There is a movie I'm getting ready to watch called The Pope's Exorcist.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
I'm planning on watching that. It's got what's his name? Played Gladiator in it.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Crowe.
There you go.
Mine was the Blair Witch Project.
That was good.
That was a good movie till the end. Then it was like,
I get it, but it was made in my hometown. It was made over by UCF, and it was a bunch of UCF kids.
Yeah.
And here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. It felt real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it did, but I was expecting something at the end to really, and it just never did. It just
that's the key, though. That's the key. That's the key why I liked it so much. Is you were thing, but it left you with a cliffhanger.
I don't know, man. I can't watch Blair Witch without thinking of.
It came out when I was a teenager. It came out was like
Supernatural.
Right. It came out when I was an older teenager, so it was a thing. So it was one of those things where people were thinking it was real. People thought it was an actual real. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you what. The reason I didn't like Blair Witch is because it's a shaky camera movie.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. No. That's what drew me to it, because it felt real, like someone was really out in the woods trying to kill something.
But I can't stand the shaky camera.
Well, that's because it was filmed. That was filmed in the 90s, dude. There was no there what it is today, where you could hold the camera. It was filmed with amateur camera guys.
But that movie sparked a revolution of those shaky camera movies. Right?
Yeah, I know.
They started doing it.
I was like, no. This is
No.
One horror
I get it.
where there was like all these giant freaking alien monsters coming in. I can't remember.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Now.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Cloverfield.
Yeah, Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Cloverfield was done by someone that was a really good.
Yeah, I know, but it was still that shaky camera.
That shaky camera thing, but he was doing it with someone who had like a home video. That's what he was giving off, that cinema.
I know what it was meant for, and it was done well for that look. It's just I don't like that look.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Everybody has their own. Yeah, I get it. Everybody has their own thing. I like Cloverfield because it had a good realism. I don't like a lot of horror films. Like you said, Exorcist. I loved Exorcist. Exorcist was I loved it because it for its time you thought it was fucking real. I mean, almost. It was fucking good.
You thought that the potential was real. It could happen.
Right. It could happen. Yeah. But the story was freaking good. I mean, that's what I like about horror. Horror needs to be real. I mean, if it has a great story, it was real. I remember, what were the TV shows? The horror TV shows that were on FX. I can't remember. The first few seasons, for 2, maybe 3 seasons of it, were freaking phenomenal because they were written well. But anyway, if it's got a good writing, it's thing. But usually where horror leaves it, it's all they want to do is scare you. Jaws is a perfect example. They tease you with it, don't show you the shark, and they have the music.
Oh yeah, okay. Jaws was a great movie. Jaws is one
great example. They only show you the fin. They bring you the thing. Alien, another perfect example. They give you the thing. They don't let you see the alien for a long time. I loved Alien.
Yep.
And they don't let you see the alien for a long time, and they get this thing into you was, what the fuck does this thing look like? And that is the perfect example in great fucking writing. You need to have that. And what they do is in regular horror movies, just regular cheesy horror films, they shoot it at you right away, and they keep doing it the whole film long, and there is no writing to it, and it's cheap fucking FX. I mean, and that's what I hate about horror films. And it's like and they keep doing it, and they keep doing it, and they keep doing it, and they keep doing it.
Screw it. I say we just go back to stop motion.
That's good. I like that.
I think one of the best horror films I ever saw, though, is the original Halloween, the original one.
Okay.
The first one that came out, because there was
yeah. I think I saw that when I was younger, really young. Yes.
It wasn't blood and guts. It wasn't gore.
Right. Correct.
It was just suspense. It was very suspenseful.
Very suspenseful. Yes,
good.
and that's where their thing is. Back in the day, they used to do really good horror films. One kind of horror film I did like, Scream, the original Scream, friggin' phenomenal.
So if we're talking about horror films from the 70s and 80s, from the 70s, I had to go with Phantasm. Just because,
yes, I saw that. Yes, because I did watch that. Yes,
great movie.
I'm picking that because I'm a kid from the 70s, and then more in the 80s. 1980 would be The Shining. I love The Shining. You can watch that and then see the stuff that's the little extra stuff that Stanley Kubrick added to it. Well, no, like there's stuff.
I couldn't watch Phantasm because those little freaking round balls gave me nightmares.
Oh yeah.
Put the little arrows on them that chew.
They shoot it right in your head and they suck the blood out. You know,
boom, and then all of a sudden it's got a different tool for everything. Screw it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to make fun of that movie, but
it's also easy to make fun of Puppet Master, but I love those movies.
You can also make fun of
stop motion. I like stop motion movies. Yes, I said it. All right.
I can make fun of Friday the 13th. I can make fun of Hellraiser.
Freaking one of the best movies I've ever watched ever.
What's that?
The original Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, yes. Thank you. I love that film. I love that film. I think it's the best Clash of the Titans. Yes.
The one from the 70s is better in my opinion.
They got rid of the owl for the new one, and I was like, man, where in the fuck is the owl?
Well, they gave the owl what's that called? An Easter egg. What's this? And
I know.
The owl, and he goes,
I remember that. I remember.
Yeah, I was like, I love the owl. I thought the owl was so fucking cool.
Well, see, Zeus ordered Athena to give Perseus her owl. Mm-hmm. So she disobeyed him, sent him a mechanical owl. But it's just, I don't know. I do like Greek mythology. That's
I
more
do too.
All mythology.
So do I.
I love all mythology. All mythology.
But
I like Viking mythology too.
Stuff in it, yeah.
I would like to see an updated Odyssey of Homer. I think that would be
that would be
a
awesome.
Mini-series of that. A mini-series with the budget that they had for the Rings of Power. They would make an awesome.
You have to include the Iliad. You have to include the Iliad too, so we can get the whole thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
the
Odyssey movie from the 60s, wasn't it? I mean, it's not called the Odyssey, but it's called. Is it? Damn it, I want to say Jason.
Are you talking about Jason and the Juggernauts?
Argonauts.
Yeah. Argonauts. I said Juggernauts. I can't believe it. The Juggernauts.
I mean, they did fight a couple, one-eyed cyclopses that look like Juggernauts.
The Juggernauts.
Jason and
Tom's laughing at me.
Okay, it's all right, man. It's all right, bro.
That was really dumb. I'm saying, it's my wheelhouse. Yeah, Jason come out with the Juggernauts.
Jason and the Juggernauts. Okay, that was good.
That would be the not the 90s, the 2000s version.
You have Juggernaut from Marvel come in.
Yeah.
With this catchphrase,
that would be good.
I think they do need to remake a Jason and the Argonauts. I think but it would have to be done well. You know,
it would be really hard.
It would,
because you have to put Hercules in it, and I think he would have to be really believable. So,
Hercules.
They would mess it up. Today's Hollywood mess it up. They make Hercules a black female, and she'd be a lesbian. You know, so.
The original Predator was a good movie, Mick. I agree with you. I like the original Predator.
I like that one.
You are one ugly.
Loved it.
Predator was good, and also that movie 7 with
Brad
Pitt.
What's in the box?
Yeah. Ooh, great movie. Great.
Yes, well written.
Morgan Freeman. Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Yes. The first time you see it, freaking phenomenal, because you don't know what's going to happen.
No.
Yeah. There's a few movies like that out there. The Game is like that.
I see that.
Also, Devil's Advocate is like that, but but The Game is definitely like that with Michael Douglas. If you haven't seen The Game,
that's a good
watch
movie.
it.
That's
a good
movie.
It is it's a one time. It's like the
What
first
are you
time you watch
laughing
it.
at there, Lawrence?
The lotion in the basket.
Phenomenal film.
It rubs the lotion on it.
Thanks, Mike.
When I was in the Marine Corps, we got so much trouble because we convinced this guy to reenact a part where he tucked it in.
Oh, he tucks it in.
He's dancing up to the camera. He's got it,
he tucks it, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's with the big. It just we got in a lot of trouble because it got into circulation.
It always does. Doc.
Christmas Vacation.
I watch it every year, brother, on Christmas.
Movie. Best movie.
Christmas. One of the best Christmas movies. That and Die Hard. Hey, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes,
if you say so. But yeah, Chevy Chase. I like. I
it's
can't think of anything that he did.
As Lethal Weapon.
True.
Hey, what's wrong with Lethal Weapon?
Love Lethal Weapon. I don't think Lethal Weapon gets enough freaking credit. Die Hard gets all the credit. I think Lethal Weapon is just as good of a movie, in my opinion.
I love Lethal Weapons, man. I just don't. He's supposed to be doing
I know
HBO. He's doing it on HBO. He's actually directing it. He's directing it.
My favorite Christmas movie, people like argue with me and be like, "You're kidding me, right?" And I'm no. But I gotta remember. I think it's the '83 version of A Christmas Carol.
No, Ralphie.
No, a Christmas Carol.
No,
I
said Christmas Story. I heard Christmas Story. Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol.
Scrooge.
Not Christmas Story.
Scrooge. Sorry. Yeah, as soon as Tom laughed at me, I was like, "Oh, I just put my foot in my mouth again."
No, you didn't say Juggernaut, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm saving that for later.
He's a big home. Brandon is a big Home Alone guy for Christmas.
That's wrong with Home Alone.
The first one is good. The second one,
The second one's, I'm not big on the second either. The first one's good though.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they had an all-star lineup too, though. So,
and Joe Pesci made that.
Pesci makes everything.
Yeah, he does. He's a scene stiller.
I was just waiting on Pesci to look at the kid and go, "Do I look like I'm joking? Huh? Am I funny to you?"
The scary thing is that Joe Pesci from Goodfellas, he looks and talks like my dad, and my dad with the high voice and all that. My biological dad, he acts that way too. Bad temper, mean drunk. Yeah, he.
Scrooged is a great movie.
Yeah, Bill Murray, great movie. You're right.
Didn't one of you guys say that Scrooged was your favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah, I did.
No, Bill Murray movie.
Bill Murray movie, yes.
Yeah.
Scrooge. Yep.
Yeah. Tombstone has so many one-liners.
Yeah.
It's classic. I've seen that movie probably 30 times.
Oh, easy.
So
I'll be your
probably
Huckleberry.
more.
I'll be
Yeah.
a Huckleberry.
You're a daisy.
I think the line, he's down by the creek walking on water, is just as freaking good. All right. But yeah, I'll be a Huckleberry.
I love the Latin exchange, but even though that didn't happen and it was something they added to it, I thought it was fascinating. But I did read something recently because someone mentioned Predator. Turns out that the Terminator franchise and the Predator franchise, they recognize each other. And the reason why Arnold Schwarzenegger for the T-800s is Arnold Schwarzenegger is because Skynet used the information that was left over from Predator from Major, I can't remember Arnold Schwarzenegger's character's name. It was Major something Duke, right? Anyway, and so they just seen him as being like the perfect soldier at that time, so they made copies of him, and that's why the T-800s or Schwarzenegger, because they were using the Skynet was using the information that was in the database about the Predator exchange.
Michael Keaton,
really,
was the best Batman.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I think Michael Keaton was the best Batman.
I don't.
Do you really? Christian.
Yes, I think he's better than Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale did, synonymize the "I'm Batman," but
it depends on how you like your Batman. If you like it more like more like a comic book, then Michael Keaton was probably better, and that's why some people like Michael Keaton better because it had more of a comic book feel to it.
I like the Michael Keaton Batman because it was more based around, like you said, the comic book.
It had a more comic book feel.
It's just like I can't rank Jack Nicholson and compare it to
Heath Ledger
because they're two completely different.
Yes.
Both of those were done extremely well.
They were two different kind of Jokers.
Exactly.
Right. But they were two great Jokers.
Yes.
Yep.
See, I wouldn't.
And then the movie The Joker was probably, in my opinion, done the best.
Jack Nicholson's a fantastic actor, right? He shines at everything he does, but I think he was a terrible choice for the Joker.
Jack Nicholson? No.
I don't think so.
No.
What's the actor's name that played the Joker? They also played Morbius in that movie. God, what was his name?
I can't remember. I purposely
in the Joker movie.
He was in the Joker, but he was in the Batman.
I don't like the guy, the actor. I know who you're talking about.
Suicide Squad that played the Joker in that.
Yeah.
Oh, in the Suicide Squad. Oh, yes. Yeah. I probably have to look it up for you on IMDb. I did not like him at all. I don't think he played it well at all. I don't think he got into the character.
He played a specific type of Joker from a different dimensional Batman that apparently
Suicide Squad
was big for a couple years. But I think he was pigeon-toed into a role that was not good.
Have you seen the latest Batman?
Jared Leto. Thank you.
Yeah, Leto. That's it. Have you seen the latest Batman? The newest one?
Jared.
I haven't. Not yet.
It's
the latest Batman?
Yeah.
I have.
I've heard it's really good.
It is good.
I have it, but I haven't watched it.
It's probably one of my favorite Batman movies that they made. It's more of that comic book, the storyline behind it, but it's not comic bookish at all. I mean, it's very suspenseful. It's very well done.
I haven't watched it yet, so I just haven't had a chance to watch it. I give it a shot.
I never saw No Country for Old Men.
I didn't either.
Oh, you haven't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I would recommend it if you can ever watch it. That is a phenomenal film.
It's on my list to watch at some point. I just haven't.
It is phenomenal. It is beautifully done.
But you want to talk about good acting performances by good actors. Sling Blade.
Yes, absolutely. I've watched that more than once.
A damn good movie.
Yes. He blew that. He blew that acting job. Awesome. It was awesome how he did that.
How could you put anyone over Christopher Reeve? Look, I like Henry Cavill, but Christopher Reeve is Batman to me.
I didn't care for Christopher Reeve. I didn't care for him as Batman.
See, him and I grew up in a different time. We love Christopher Reeve.
I mean,
those Supermans were.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, that was Superman.
I like Henry Cavill, but I grew up. Me and Lawrence the same way. I loved Christopher Reeve as Batman. It was. Those were awesome.
Yeah, Superman. He was never Batman. Come on.
You know, we almost got Jack Nicholson to play the coach in Hoosiers, but he read the script and he liked the part and he wanted to do it, but he was busy with something else. And the producers or whoever it was that was responsible, the shot callers, they went with Gene Hackman because they had to get the movie out.
I mean, Hackman did a fine job. So
he did a great job.
He did. But
had Nicholson did Hoosiers, then who knows? We might not have had One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You know?
That's true. That's true.
I think it would have done better. You know, and that's no knock on Gene Hackman. He's a fantastic actor, very believable. But Nicholson, just his charisma alone would have. Oh, so Jack's here.
I was not.
Oh.
Okay, I was not a Fight Club fan.
Yeah,
I did like Training Day. I did like, Goodfellas. Training Day was really good movie.
Goodfellas is good. Training Day I liked. Fight Club I liked.
All right, here's a question. Who's your Hollywood female crush?
I couldn't pick just one. It would be difficult.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
It depends on the era.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good answer.
Oh, that's
it's the era, you know. Now, to me, early 90s, I wouldn't say Hollywood, but TV. I was a Nikki Cox fan. Huge Nikki Cox fan. And you guys probably don't even know who she was.
I do.
In the early 90s or late 90s, remember, and TV, Catherine Bell and Jag. Remember that? Remember her?
I don't know.
In that TV show, Jag. Oh, yeah.
The show I'm talking about, Unhappily Ever After. It had
I know she is. Yep.
Rabbit, the redheaded girl. Yeah, Nikki Cox. She was, boy, I had a huge crush on her. In the 2010s, hands down, Scarlett. Hands down, Scarlett Johansson.
Yep.
I vote
2000s. It was hands down.
You hear me? I can't hear squat.
I hear you though.
We hear you, Jack.
Okay. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
I don't know. I'm sitting in the dark. That's why I'm sitting in the dark. That's why I don't have a picture on my camera. I am in Minnesota, though.
Oh, well, hi there. Well, welcome in from a different state.
Yeah. That's how come I'm not going by Waldorf, because I'm actually on my phone and it's got a better camera. Except I'm sitting in the dark. Let me see if I can find a light space around here.
My 2000.
I'm in a strange house. I don't know where all the light switches are.
Okay. My 2000s crush was, without a question, Angelina Jolie.
She doesn't do it for me.
Ah.
I like Lisa Kudrow.
Hey, look at this. I'm coming out of the dark. Look at this. I'm in the light. Oh, my God.
Did Jack just come out of a closet?
That's scary.
Yeah. He did.
That's more scary than the...
I just walked out the freaking closet, dudes. Did that spook you?
That's more scary than
should have seen myself walking out of the closet.
Mine are old school. I like Marilyn Monroe and Lana Turner.
Lorna Turner. That's a name I ain't heard in a while.
Oh, we're talking about chicks, huh? What's the criteria? What's the criteria?
Hollywood crushes.
Hollywood crushes.
Yeah.
My first one was Pamela Sue Anderson.
Yeah.
I was a freshman in high school. She was in the Poseidon Adventure.
Yes.
Dark-haired girl.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
I was seriously in love with her. My freshman year in high school. Pamela Sue Anderson. This was long before Pamela Anderson showed up.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
She played as a lawyer in another show later on. Yeah, dark hair. Yeah, that was my first crush. Hollywood crush.
There was this girl that used to go to the same gym as me, and she's a fitness model. God, I stalked her crazy on social media. I had the biggest thing for her. Sabrina Gibson. Man, she was something, man. She would
not
do
a
these
Hollywood crush, Doc. Come on.
Well, no, it's just like, but she was. I think she's Brazilian. I'm not sure, but man, she was just she had everything. And if you seen her stand next to me, I would look like a giant. Except she.
I'll
was
tell you another
ripped,
one that I really love.
Nicole Eggert. Yeah.
I don't like Milano.
Alyssa Milano.
No, I don't like her at all. Her
politics. I liked her in her.
No, but I like Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, Marissa Tomei was hot. Yep. When she played in Wild Hogs in that movie, she was. Woo.
She was even better in My Cousin Vinny. The New York accent just killed me.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I was about to say too.
I love a woman with a New York accent.
She was believable. I thought she really taught like that for the longest time.
Dawn Wells, Nick. That was her name. Dawn Wells.
Ginger Grant.
And I remember Gilligan's Island.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loved Gilligan.
How about Tawny Katan? Anybody remember that one?
Yeah, from White Snake. Yeah,
in the video. She was in the video.
Oh, yeah. God dang, yeah. Woo.
She was the Tawny, all right. Damn.
Yeah.
She'd make you come out of the closet.
Oh, damn, no kidding. Ooh.
She'd make you come out of the closet, Jack.
Sweet Home Alabama. Yep. Absolutely. What the hell is that covering up my eyeball over here? I ain't figured this shit out yet. What is all this crap? What is that? I don't know. Getting a picture of my own freaking telephone, I guess. Hell, okay. Oh, that's shit on the wall behind me. I can't see this picture very well, so I'm not really sure what the hell I'm looking at besides me, which I really don't want to look at, but you guys are forcing me into it. You made me come out of the closet. See? Nice going, guys.
Barbara Eden. Yes.
Oh, how about Ellie Mae from the Beverly Hillbillies?
Well, I mean, that was like every teenager at that time's wet dream.
My cousin actually used to date her. So he lived out in California and he dated her. So
do you have photographic evidence of that?
I could probably find it. Oh, we lost him again.
I don't know.
There he is.
So.
Rita Hayworth. That's my next one, too.
Barbara Eden or Elizabeth Montgomery?
Barbara
Eden. I love Elizabeth, but Barbara Eden.
Wow.
Donna Douglas, that's her name. Donna Douglas played Ellie Mae.
Oh, Beverly Hillbillies. Ellie Mae.
I actually put up that poll on Twitter a long time ago about Barbara Eden or Elizabeth Montgomery, and Elizabeth Montgomery got the biggest votes. I was surprised.
Hey,
I must have missed that poll.
Yeah, me too. Because this gentleman prefers blondes.
It was probably middle of the season last year.
I like Rita Hayworth also.
Now I'm thinking of all these names getting popped up. I'm thinking of that Billy Joel song, "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Yeah, right. I saw him live. I saw him live, man. Here in Orlando. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Catherine Bach and Dukes of Hazzard. Ooh. Little short shorts.
Or Heather Locklear. Heather Locklear wasn't bad.
She was all right.
She's all right. She's all right.
She's all right.
Oh, what was that? She was a model. She had that little freckle right there in her lip. She was a model. She did Coke.
Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford.
Cheryl. Oh yeah.
Cindy Crawford. Cindy Crawford.
I met Christina Applegate.
Oh, did you?
Really?
Yep. Before she was famous.
Yeah. Well, I met Valerie Bertinelli before she was famous too. So
there you go.
She used to live around. She used to live around Shreveport, not around here. Sorry. Yeah, her father was a corporate lawyer for GM.
Ooh, Elizabeth Hurley.
Yep. She still looks good.
She was from
Julie Newmar.
Right?
Really? Catwoman.
How about Julie Newmar, the Catwoman?
Yeah.
Or she also played a robot before Catwoman.
She also played a robot.
Yes. Yeah, she was on a TV show and she played it. She was a female. She played a robot.
I was never a Cameron Diaz fan.
I can't think of the name of it.
I don't know the robot.
She's cute.
I was never a Cameron. What was that movie where she thought it was hair gel?
Oh, something about Mary.
Something about Mary.
Yeah.
Something about Mary. Yeah.
Everybody knew that one, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
We've all seen that one. We've all seen
Jen
that.
says she thinks Gwyneth Paltrow is better than Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Prettier, anyhow. But to be fair, Gwyneth Paltrow looked a lot like what my wife looked like in the 20s when she was in her 20s. They looked very similar. Yes. Only my woman had more on top.
You bragging or complaining?
Oh, I am definitely bragging. Okay.
Okay. All right. Be proud, man. Be proud.
Holly Berry.
There's a movie from the 70s. Maybe Jack's seen it, and maybe Tom. Kentucky Fried Movie.
Oh yeah.
With the unknown comic.
Oh yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Matt's seen it. Oh my god,
I've seen a lot of old films, dude.
Okay, I put that in, and man, I've seen it 100 times. I laugh all the way through it every single time. I don't get tired of the jokes. They're just hilarious.
Let's see if I can't find a picture of my wife on here.
Okay, my wife. Okay, how I met her was I had to sneak into a club, And then once I got in, I had to talk to the best looking girl in the club. That was my wife. So I can brag about that. Yeah, I couldn't believe that she talked to me. She must have been desperate. Because, I mean, she was absolutely magnificent. She had this black party dress on and just like this, and bam. And I was like, oh my God. I thought for sure she was going to shoot me down and I wouldn't have to talk to her anymore. Nope.
You're still talking to her.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I wasn't. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hopefully she's not right there.
No, I wouldn't have said that if she was here. Trust me.
There's a lot of things you husbands say when the wives aren't around.
No, because somehow they always find out. They always find out. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Let's see if I can't do this.
Sharon Stone, yeah.
Older. This is an older picture.
Okay, because I've seen your wife. She's popped on like once or twice.
Yeah, this is. I'm saying back when she was,
Yeah.
late 20s, early 30s.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was her in her late 20s, early 30s.
I see the Gwyneth Paltrow comparison.
But
did you meet her then?
Sweet.
I met her when. How old were you? 27. When we met, we knew each other in passing.
Okay.
Like we went to the same high school, all that neat stuff,
Okay, we went to high school together. Okay.
But I didn't know her. I didn't know her because she was 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
What'd she see?
So you didn't run in the same circles?
Yeah, we did not run in the same circles at all.
Okay.
Not even, nope.
But you knew of her?
No, I didn't know of her.
Oh, you didn't know of her?
She knew of me. I didn't know of her.
Okay.
You were the older guy.
Yeah, I only knew I didn't know her because she was 2 years younger than me. You know what I mean?
Got it.
And she knew me because I towered over everybody. She's in the background telling as it is. She was one of the they made a movie about her. It's called Mean Girls.
Actually, there was a couple of those.
I hate that. I really do.
I know.
Horrible.
But
it's okay.
Now, obviously, we all, as we age, we start looking a little bit different. So I don't look the same as I did when I was 30.
You can say that again.
Okay, I don't look the same as I did when I was 30. You didn't have to make me say it twice, Tom, but okay.
I'm just agreeing with you wholeheartedly. Trust me. Lord. Yeah. I looked a lot better when I was 30 than I do at 60. Thank you.
Doc hasn't aged a day in 30 years.
No, I stopped at 30. So.
The only thing he's changed is his hairstyle.
Yeah. Well, I only grew. Tom, you never see me with long hair, did you? The rest of the guys did.
30, I don't remember 30.
I cut my hair. Oh God, these guys. After about 2 weeks, these guys knew me. I cut my hair. It was really long.
30. When the hell was 30? Where did it go?
Yeah.
Been in the 80s, were you? I think, Jack. Maybe 90s. If you can remember the
30,
80s
30
and
was
90s,
over 35 years ago.
Yeah. Guys, it's 3 hours. I'm going to be done now. But y'all are welcome to hang out and talk if you want, like normal. Those of you that are watching on the live stream on YouTube, appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to join the Patreon to get in on stuff like this every week, the link is in the description of the video. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen for Matt, Tom, Doc, and Jack. Have a good one.